Just a backseat driver flying undercover. A nice suit and a family name. Says he'll make me a star if I just play the game. But that man doesn't know that I am bulletproof. Keep one foot on the sky and a foot on the roof. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on it, the way it looks on me. Still got the fire when you try to be a flood. 'Cause I like the way it feels on it. That little rush, rush, rush of blood. I hear your secrets, I know your plans. Ain't no way out without your blood on my hands. I talk to demons, I scream your name. They always say the best for the businessman. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on it, the way it looks on me. Still got the fire when you try to be a flood. 'Cause I like the way it feels on it. That little rush, rush, rush of blood. That rush of blood, I'll use it for good. That rush of blood, I'll use it for good. Throwing hundreds in the holy water. Just a backseat driver flying undercover. Different faces, but they're always the same. Say they'll make you a star if you'll just sign your name. But that man doesn't know that we are bulletproof. Keep one foot on the sky and a foot on the roof. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on it, the way it looks on me. Still got the fire when you try to be a flood. 'Cause I like the way it feels on it. That little rush, rush, rush of blood. That rush of blood, I'll use it for good. That rush of blood, I'll use it for good. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on it, the way it looks on me. Still got the fire when you try to be a flood. 'Cause I like the way it feels on it. That little rush, rush, rush of blood.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your, I nearly said Super Sunday show then. That's completely confused me because we are, as you can see, just testing a few things here. So, studio's working. That's always a good start. There's my name. That's me. And upstairs on the camera, there's Mr. Andy. That's working as well. That's also a good start as well. And we got the main camera, which is looking very dark because it is not a nice day here at all here at the Runway Visitor Park. Very, 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 very windy and a bit damp. Just a bit damp.
Yes, middle of summer, hey?
That's the
That's what
British summer for you.
That's what we're led to believe.
But welcome in, guys. Just getting the show started here, just getting settled in, and very warm welcome to everyone tuning in. Hope you're all well. I hope you like the little start animation. I'll just zip back to that start animation. Just for you guys who may have missed it, we'll do it after this EasyJet departs.
Amazing.
There it goes. But yeah, so the new... is it raining in Manchester? Not yet, but it's trying. It is trying. As you can see, quite a nasty sky overhead as well. But yeah, so this start animation, guys, we wanted to get you guys involved, get the community involved at the start of the show. Make sure you're all saying hello and getting involved. And what we may do is we may bring this in at some point during the show as well if we're asking you guys a question. But yeah, that's not going to be on, obviously, for now. We want to be bringing you the full picture there. But a very warm welcoming, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. As I say, this is supposed to be the midweek show, but the reason we're doing a bit of a bigger show now is to test this for the weekend. And John Fezzer has just sent in a gifted membership, which hopefully will test another thing. He knows, he's put his face in.
There it is.
There it is, a brand new gifted membership gone to Simon Dale. Thank you very much, John. Gifting a membership, and as you guys saw there, it showed up really nicely for us as well. And another returning membership, another gifted membership going to Terry Edwards. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Sorry, Terry Edwards gifting an Airliners Live membership. I completely forgot this is... Oh, you know what?
Dude!
I'm sorry. Jen's here, by the way.
Hi!
I'm going to the car. Right, you press this button for the big camera.
I was like, am I still on mute? It's like, oh my god, I forgot about you.
Just completely forgot.
Just sat here in the corner, I'm a Todd.
Yeah, sorry guys. But,
Hi everyone.
Hello. You alright?
Yeah?
You enjoying yourself?
Yeah,
Hello,
everyone.
hello. Yes, we're live here on the midweek show, live from 4 p.m. UK time. And the days are numbered on this show because August is the last month that we're going to be filling this particular time slot on the Wednesday show. Today, 05's in ops as well. So we'll see a bit of reverse runway operation today. And from about 4 p.m, I think they're supposed to be closing runway 2. Although I've not seen any arrivals on runway 1 just yet. We'll keep an eye out for that, though.
Big shout out to Zach fixing the chat for me as well.
Hey.
And another awesome gifted membership. A brand new member to Andy Dykes. Thank you very much, Andy. A brand new Airliners Live member. And Randy returning for 25 months of cruise seat membership as well. That is a long time. Saying good day, guys. Aviation Wednesday. Sorry to say, gorgeous day here in the colony of New Jersey. Sunny in the 70s, hard to believe. 25 months a member. Thank you very, very much, dude, for long-term support of the channel. Absolutely awesome. Thank you, mate. And mod check on the Bing Bong. Are we loud? Are we too loud?
I was looking at a graphic the other day of how much sunshine the US gets compared to us.
You don't want to look at that, mate.
No, you certainly don't. In the very northmost states of the US, they still get more than double the sunshine we get here in the UK on average. It's bananas. And that's a similar latitude to us as well. Sadly, the remote's decided to stop working as well.
Has it?
Yeah, completely for no reason. Maybe it got a bit damp.
You got the other two of it?
Yeah, I've just not got it with me at the moment.
Oh, right.
But here's what it is. Here is a 757 with Jet 2. LSAI, the oldest in the Jet 2 fleet. Beauty. The oldest aircraft in their whole fleet, actually. I think she's about 35 years old these days.
It's quite old, that, isn't it?
Crazy, right? Like, if you had a car that was that old, you know,
Yeah.
it'd really be showing its age.
Hey, and Chris, thank you very much, dude, for the 28 months of Airliners Live membership, saying Airliners Live Crew 28 months of membership. Thank you very much, dude. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
it, Neve. That is it.
So I'm guessing resubs don't appear on the...
I was just wondering that.
Yeah, it seems like not so far. Here's that Buzz 737 MAX A200 about to take off. Classic Buzz. I wouldn't say classic, but the full Buzz colour scheme on this.
And Alison Rogers gifting 5 Airliners Live memberships. Thank you very much, Alison.
Great shot there. Yeah, thank you, Alison. I really do appreciate that. Long-term supporter of the channel.
Turn me up a bit. Wow. Not very often I hear that. Hello. Can you hear me now?
No comment.
Thank you very, very much for the 5 gifted Airliners Live memberships. Really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Let me see why your resubs aren't working, guys.
Bing bong. Got some blurry props on the way out too. Looks like a Logan Air ATR on the taxi.
Yeah, so resubs are enabled.
Interesting.
Not sure why that's why they're not coming through. We'll have to have a look for that.
No destination on radar for this, but it's Logan Air. The call sign is Logan Air's 95 Victor Lima. It's an ATR 72. Awesome shot of the taxi past here. Wonderful wave there from the pilot. Up in what Henry would call the front office of the airliner.
Beautiful. And FR Atomica, thank you very much for using the Twitch Prime on the channel. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you very, very much.
Should see this take off with a great view soon.
Welcome in Twitch crew. Really appreciate you guys. Hope you're doing well. Off-World 2020. Hope you're doing well. Kevy D77. Welcome in, everyone.
Next to blast off is the Jet 2757. She's going to be heading to Antalya in the south of Turkey.
And thank you very much to Sam Donison for gifting an Airliners Live membership to the community. And Gardner Von Holt returning for 13 months. Saying, is this what you were looking for a test? It certainly was. Thank you very, very much, dude. Appreciate that.
Cheers.
Did you catch Terry's membership renewal?
If I didn't, I'll grab it after this.
Okay.
Jonathan Crosby, thank you very much for the £1.55 donation, dude. Appreciate that. Says we've only got one connection, that's why.
Okay.
With you. But say hello to a few people in the chat as well. Mandalore Ian, thank you very much for getting involved, and great to see you on the airline as well. Really appreciate that, mate. Lots of you guys flying on the virtual airline at the moment, which is absolutely awesome. Barbara, please accept my apologies. I can't. That happened on a prop plane. That is one of them things. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. But yes, thank you very much, guys, for flying along with the V8. Really appreciate it. Loads of people. Big shout out, ladies and gents, as well to community member Seb, who we added to the sort of virtual airline moderation team, and he's been absolutely smashing it, adding the routes in, folks. He's been doing a really, really good job. So thank you very much, Seb, as well. Big shout out to you.
Do you want to? Oh, sorry. Do you want to read out Terry again, because it cut out before you actually read that out?
Well, let's just get stable then first. We've got 2 connections now, so we should be back and rolling. But apparently we did... sorry, guys, I'm slightly overwhelmed here trying to keep up with everything, what's going on. Terry Edwards, yes, so we read this out a minute ago. Just saying that unfortunately the community member Sue Lawson, who's a big part of the streams, has been taken ill into hospital, guys. There is a post about it in the VIP lounge. If we can fill the heart with some Airliners Live chats, show our support, and I'm sure she'll be back with us on the mend very, very soon. But we wish her a speedy recovery from all the team here at Airliners Live.
I'll fill the chat with Airliners Live hearts, I think.
Oh, bless.
What did I say?
Fill the something with Airliners Live chats.
Yeah, look, she's a legend. It's always nice having a chat with her, especially at the task fairs as well. And really sad news about her, but I hope she has a speedy recovery. And the whole community here at Airliners Live and the team are behind her. And hopefully she'll be back to good health soon. Because she's always in the chat as well. It's almost going to be weird not having her in the chat for a change as well. Echo India Hotel Sierra on the reg of this 737 MAX A200. Jet 2737 with a pretty slow rotation. It's quite common to see actually the aircraft using a lot of runway. It's pretty standard SOP for Jet 2, Holidays and .com. With the 737 specifically, you don't really see that kind of behaviour from the 75s. They do have a lot of power in the classic airliners.
Yeah, trying to rest those engines, aren't they?
Yeah.
Jet 2 own their engines, which is different to a lot of the low-cost carriers here at Manchester. So they do tend to derate their takeoffs a bit more. But from one to another, we got a Dreamliner on the taxi out 05 operations today. So we are going to get some glorious head-on shots of the departures.
Yeah, it seems like the sky's kind of clearing up a little bit too.
It does, yeah.
There's a Paw Patrol coming in.
There is.
Oh yeah,
you
that
can probably
thing.
drop that one down now, Andy. Now we're good.
Lee was saying, "Is that what I'm here for?" I didn't know it was coming, but I always like to see something different. So that's cute.
Yeah, I've got the camera with me today, so I'll grab a picture of that. I'm actually quite good. I wonder if it's actually departing on today's show. If anyone can let me know. I know it's coming in during the show, but if it's departing, I may wait for the departure to get a picture.
Oh, look at that. On the dark sky here at Manchester Airport. The bright colours of TUI on the 787. Them huge composite wings as well, flexing on the taxiway. They're going to flex a whole lot more when she takes off shortly. Hope you guys are watching in 4K too. We do broadcast all our live streams in 4K. And I guess a quick little announcement as well. Henry is actually ready to go again following a technical issue that he had with his equipment. He sadly had to go offline for a couple of days. We thought it'd be weeks, but the service that we received from the manufacturer, who was obviously repairing the unit, has been exceptional, and they've already got a unit back out to him.
Yeah, so, hence why we moved to them from Teradek, because ever since we moved to them, they've been absolutely incredible with their service.
Yeah, so a quick announcement. Not only is he back, but he's going to be doing a show today from 8 p.m. UK time.
Oh, okay, even I didn't know that.
Yeah. And that will be 12 midday at in Vancouver time for those watching in on the East Coast. Or West Coast, rather, sorry.
Hey, Fez, thanks for dropping a Twitch Prime on the channel, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers. Jet 2 A330 300, or 200 rather, on the taxi out here.
And the Paw Patrol aircraft's going to be going out during the show. Nice, so I'll grab a picture of that then.
Sweet. Yeah, it seems like runway 2 still open. Slightly unusual. Maybe they changed the times back to how they should be, or how they were prior to the, at the start of the season, pretty much.
Freddie Dutch, thank you very much for returning for 8 months of Airliners Live membership, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. And Mr. Bing Bong, Paul Davies, gifting an Airliners Live membership. Thank you very, very much, dude. Let us know. Do we get a yay or nay in the chat for the new animation, guys? As you can see, just there it is. It's this thing here. This has been a thing for a while on our shows, but what we wanted to do was make this kind of like a bit more interactive. So there's Jez. Give her a wave. Oh, so embarrassing.
Why opening the door? Well, it's not like I'm doing anything weird.
You're trying to like sneakily open the door. You just see your arm just going like.
It's like when you're streaming at home and I have to like crawl past behind you. Chair.
Oh god!
As you were.
Yeah, we're trying to make that little bar a little bit more functional. So hopefully you guys like the new alerts. And I'm just going to warn you now, guys, that there is something special for a certain mega bong. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, guys. If you want to test it, I mean, be my guest. I'm not telling you to, but there is something special for that as well. And again, a massive thanks to everyone who's supported the channel already today, gifted memberships and recommitted to the channel as well. It does help cover our costs, especially at the moment when we have had such a lot of streams offline recently. But thank you very, very much for supporting the stream. Really appreciate that. Where am I hearing my voice somewhere? Is there audio coming through somewhere?
Oh, I think I pressed play on my phone.
Oh, is it you? Okay. Just making sure it's not doubling up anyway.
Yeah, there's a Ryanair Max holding on 05 left at the moment. Not entirely sure what the hold-up is, but I'm sure she'll be up in the air soon, as well as a TUI Dreamliner and a Jet 2 A330.
Nay for the constant bing bongs. Didn't we have the same bing bong sound on the previous alerts we used?
I think they were a lot quieter, because I remember them being barely audible. But now they are definitely hearable.
Yeah, we need to thank people for supporting, guys. So, if you watch any other live stream channel, especially on Twitch, trust me, our little bing bong sound is nothing compared to drum and bass and things that play when everybody else
flame
gets support.
cannons.
Some of them are crazy. They go on for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. That's it. And Steve Barnes, welcome back for 21 months of Crew Seat membership, saying thanks for all your hard work. Thank you very, very much, Steve. I will look into why your recommitments aren't coming up in the Bing Bongs, guys. They should be, so I'm not quite sure, so I will look into that. But thank you very, very much. And Vincent saying your content is so good. Thank you very much, Vincent. Appreciate that, mate.
Okay, I got 2 Dreamliners on the move on the airfield. Initiating her takeoff roll, this Dreamliner.
Beautiful departure.
So smooth and a great sound as well.
Heading out to Espargos. We're not in any alerts now. Erica with a £5 donation. Thank you very much, Erica, saying my 6 months membership didn't show, so have this instead, and now that isn't showing. Sorry, Erica. They are very brand new. We will look into it, get it working for you.
Yeah, thank you, Erica. Appreciate it.
Do you want me to do one?
No.
Bang bong. That sounded awful.
Looks like she's crossed on runway 1 now, the Dreamliner, and the Jet2 A330 should be taken off soon as well.
And Jamie, thank you very much for the 8 months of Airliners Live membership, saying great show, guys. It's the best show, and it got me into planes, this. Thank you very much, dude. Really appreciate that. And Linda returning for the 2 months as well, saying, just placed my first order. Can't wait to get it. Thank you very much, Linda. Really appreciate that. Anything with a message doesn't seem to work. Is that what it is?
Huh.
James Kappelman, thank you very much for 11 months of first-class membership. Thank you very much. Welcome back for 11 months. And Hayden with a £2 donation saying, good evening, Busters. You rock. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Stream Elements. Literally none of these are showing in the activity feed now.
Here goes the Jet2 A330. Heading off to Lanzarote, Arrecife Airport.
Yeah, Mach 1, I think you broke the bing bongs. Saying not getting any now. Like, nope, they're gone.
Thank you, Richard.
That was epic. On that sort of 4 or so hour flight down to the Canary Islands.
Are they painting those planes or just keeping them white?
The one that just taken off?
Yeah.
They'll probably stay the same as they are for the rest of their time at Jet2.
Ah, fair enough. So much potential there for a really cool livery.
There is. The problem is they don't own them. So I think if they ever bought their own, they might do something cool, right? But
yeah, true.
Yeah, they're just on like a lease for a couple of months, really, like 6 months or so.
I suppose it's like spending a ton of money on a rented house or something, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Air France A220 taxiing in here. Look at this picturesque scene here. Dark background. Front of a really nice looking airliner.
Yeah, it was Mr. Paul Davies who I think broke the bing bongs. You were the last one where it was working.
Typical. Mr. Bing Bong himself.
It's always the way. They work all day when we tested them yesterday. We go live, not working. Such a good looking aircraft, that Air France.
It is. Can't wait to see that going back out on the show, which should be in like an hour or so. Usually the turnaround time on them. Pretty punctual often on the show, just like KLM is, who are on the airfield at the moment as well. Over on 05 right, just touched down. Papa Hotel, Bravo Charlie Kilo on the reg of the 737. Royal Dutch Airlines and Dutch Pride, should we say. In from Amsterdam Schiphol. And the flight number is KLM Flight 1079.
Okay, are we back? Is it working now? GMC DH, welcome back to Premium Economy Membership, dude. Thank you very much for supporting the stream. Thank you very, very much.
Cheers. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support, as always. Got a Ryanair on the move on the ground as well. I wonder if I can pick that out.
And Hans returning for 1 month's membership, saying just 1 month, but hey, you've got to start somewhere. Hey, Hans, a very warm welcome, and thank you very much for supporting the stream, mate. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.
So today is the last day of the sale, right?
It is. The sale on the website finishes today at 8 p.m., I believe. I think. Gonna say 8 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, so last chance, guys. The summer sale for Airliners Live. Yes, it is summer. And it's on the Airliners Live website. You can see it on the pinned message on YouTube, also in the chat. And we had a bit of stock surplus following the task fair, so we decided to put a little sale on for you guys who did miss out on the task fair or wanted to get their hands on any Airliners Live merchandise. All your purchases go to supporting the channel, and you get yourself some awesome bit of kit from the Airliners Live store as well, such as the lanyards, caps, pin badges, trolley coins, you name it. Got the British Airways on the taxi out too. This will be the shuttle service taking passengers down to the major hub of London Heathrow. I can see the beacon on over there. I think the beacon light that I'm seeing is the Ryanair that you can see just behind the Logan ATR. And when that Logan Air ATR pushes back, it should be a good shot, actually, because it's a nice clear view down the apron there of Terminal 3. Andy Dykes, yes. I feel that. I see an Airliners Live ATC in the chat as well, saying that this had to do was it 2 attempts on the landing? Because it kind of, I guess maybe was a bit unstable on the approach. This Turkish Airlines A321neo.
Hey, Will P, thank you very much for gifting an Airliners Live membership, mate. Really appreciate that. It's gone to Professor Mark Taylor. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's a name I've not heard for a while.
Thank you very much, dude. Great to see you. And there's a Turkish A321neo that's just vacated the second runway from Istanbul. Flash airlines at 9 p.m. Okay, perfect. I'm glad the chat knows. I've got no idea.
That lovely grey belly to the aircraft, very noticeable when it flies over. I'm pretty sure it has Turkish Airlines written on the underside too. Nice pair of Wookiees, though, on display over on the other side of the airfield. You can hear something starting engines nearby. Oh, it doesn't look fun. The visibility in that direction has dropped quite a lot. You guys see that on the stream?
Oh, yikes.
Yeah. Yes. Waterproofing. It's going to be needed, guys.
And thank you very, very much to Professor Mark Taylor, who just gifted 5 Airliners Live memberships. Thank you very, very much, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. Oh, no. That does not look fun, does it?
Right, bye, guys. The cam's going off for a bit.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, yikes.
Ah, summer. August, by the way, guys.
Thank you very much, Mark, for gifting 5 Airliners Live memberships to the community. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, Professor Mark Taylor, you've been around on the channel for quite a while, if I remember rightly. Stand by, folks. Just putting the waterproofing on.
Wow, it's so crazy how quick the weather has changed here at Manchester, guys. That way looks okay off to the right-hand side, but over to the left, all of a sudden, everything's just gone chaotic. Absolutely chaotic.
Yeah, at least the waterproofing can stay on and be on for the rest of the show, because something tells me it's not going to be consistent today.
No, that does not look fun. Doesn't look fun, that does it?
No.
But as you can see, the clouds are moving in slightly here at Manchester. How to use the stickers. So you click the little smiley face icon in the chat, and that's how you use them there. And Phase Cloud, thank you very much for returning to Airliners Live membership for 9 months, dude. That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very, very much for the 9 months of Airliners Live support.
Thank you. Very kind of you. Right, there you go.
And just arrived on the second runway in from Skiathos. Jet to 737-800. And as you can see on your screens, the Turkish A321neo just on the taxi in as well.
Yeah, crazy conditions though. Look at the visibility. It's just dropped so much.
The mound is cleared.
Yeah.
Just a few hardy people left.
Yeah, everyone's just ran off now, haven't they? And Mark Taylor saying, yeah, I was here from the days when you had 75 viewers and the streams keep failing. Yeah, I remember those days, mate. I remember them days. Thank you very much for sticking with the channel for such a long time.
Yeah, really kind of
I don't
you.
feel like I've seen you for a while though, dude. It's great to see you back. And Harry Williams, thank you very much, mate, saying Airliners Live is the only subscription that I pay besides Netflix. It's a pleasure to be part of the community. Thank you very, very much.
I think I'm the same. Although I pay for Now TV, which we don't even watch anymore.
Do you not?
I go through phases of like what I pay for. Depends what's on.
Yeah. It's annoying these days when you need all these different subscriptions to watch.
Oh, I know. I've got Amazon, but in Amazon, you then have to, if you don't want to pay for stuff, subscribe to extra things within Amazon.
So the
like
thing that annoys
Stars
me
TV
about
and
Amazon
stuff.
is Jen pays for it, and then you go and have a look, and it's like, oh yeah, that's not included in this Amazon.
Oh.
It's like, so you get some of the stuff on there, but then some of the stuff, they go, oh yeah, you got to pay extra for that. And it's like, well, hold on, what am I paying a subscription for then?
So you either pay extra for like a film, for example, or you have to pay extra for a subscription within Amazon.
Yeah,
Weird.
Cheeky,
Crazy.
cheeky. Ryanair taxiing right past us. It's on its way to Faro. If you're enjoying the stream today, guys, help the channel out. Smash that like button for us as well. We'd really appreciate that.
Definitely. And here's that BA shuttle as well on the taxi too.
Thank you very much, Vincent. Scattered showers until about 9 PM. Just check for you guys. Thank you, Ian. British Airways shuttle on the way back to London Heathrow. And this TUI 737 off to Fuerteventura.
But I can't say I've watched much of Amazon Prime Video. I just watched, what was it, Clarkson's Farm? And that was kind of it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I don't watch much else on there, I don't think.
I watch loads on there. I'm watching Outlander, but that's no longer on Amazon itself. It's like through Stars or
Is it?
something else.
And Barbara, if you're still in the chat, we have a Logan Air ATR from the Isle of Man. It's on the way down to us. It's going to pass right in front of us here at the RVP, as close as we're going to be able to get it for you here at Manchester Airport.
Yeah.
When they're on reverse operations, they taxi right past our streaming location. So, yeah, this is going to be as close as it'll get for you.
Are you thinking of going out or coming in?
That's out to the Isle of Man.
Nice. Okay, cool.
So it should taxi right past us.
Amazing. Yes, we'll keep an eye on that. That was the one we seen parked up on the gate at Terminal 3 over there.
My audio is very low. Mod check.
They were telling you to turn yourself up before.
Yeah, but it
But, like,
sounds normal
earlier
in
on.
my ears. Doesn't sound any different to how we usually have it on the stream.
But our ears and their ears are different.
Yeah.
Like, we've got headsets on and stuff.
Barbara wants close-up props.
Okay, that can be arranged. We'll get it very quickly as the Ryanair starts the takeoff roll as well. The detail on that is crazy. Wow.
See the fluff on the wings there?
Yeah, that was nuts. Kind of the good thing about the damp atmosphere following the rain, which definitely won't be consistent during today's show. See the British Airways now lining up as well on 05 left.
Here goes the British Airways. This is going to sound great as well. This BA.
Yeah. Probably won't be on the runway for very long either.
Jack 22, good afternoon to you. Welcome in. Nice.
There's never like a lot of passengers on board that, not in my experience. I've probably flown that about 7 or 8 times, and every time there's only ever a...
I wonder if it's like days of the week, like Mondays and Fridays, for example, would be super busy.
Yeah, I think I remember prices, like the weekends were always cheaper to fly on, and I think it is like the business days are like the more busy for them. Because I always used to aim to fly on like a Sunday with BA, if I were to. Or if I'm flying internationally, usually like a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
Will you be live later again? We will be from about 8 p.m. UK time with our regular Vancouver show.
Oh, nice, Paul. Mark flew me out to Dalaman this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, he is due back in later.
He did message me saying he got recognised. Yes, we might see him on the show. I think it was a Neo, wasn't it? He was on.
Yeah.
Aircraft on the taxi at the moment. We're going to see it soon. pop around the Premier Terminal. It's an EasyJet off to Athens, an A320. Golf X-ray on the red. You've got the Loganair going to take off, though, first.
Yeah, that lens a bit wide as well, and you can. It's pretty fogged up now.
Yeah, I'll have to find.
Do you want me to find some?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
could.
no worries.
Here goes the Loganair ATR off to, I think it was Aberdeen, or Isle of Man, sorry.
Did that kid just shout our name? Did you hear that? Oh.
A little bit. Hey.
Chrissy B, thank you very much for gifting an Airliners Live membership. That's gone to Alex. Thank you very much, Chrissy. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that's the glorious thing about 05s here at Manchester. We do get the close-up taxis and the really nice rotations right in front of us here at the RVP.
Yeah, it's great. Like that Loganair taking off at a really nice point.
What did he say? I was running up and down the
I
stairs.
don't know, I just heard shouting and then
shout Airliners Live.
Yeah, and he's running past with a phone in his hand, so he's
maybe
obviously
it ran and
watching.
went, I'm live on Airliners
Oh,
Live.
maybe.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Dad. Are we gonna? What do we think on the old weather? Are we looking good now?
The clouds are brighter.
Yeah.
They're definitely brighter.
They're a brighter shade of grey.
I'll leave it up to you if we want to see your beautiful face again, Brown Bills.
Yeah, it looks clear for now. I'll pop it back on when I've got a break in traffic.
Jingly, it's great to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you on Twitch. Hope you're doing well, Twitch crew. Thank you very much for tuning in today as well.
I'll say that. Now is probably a good time. EasyJet's not quite on the runway yet.
And very warm welcome to everyone tuning in. For those who have been asking about Aviation Club updates, there's no update at the moment. We are still working on the database, which is the main thing that's going to drive the website. That's something which we're working on at the minute. We're hoping in the next 3 to 4 weeks or so we may be ready to start inviting some of you guys onto the platform to beta test it. So thanks to everyone who's applied for beta testing as well. Really do appreciate it. And like I say, don't forget this evening as well, Henry will be back live streaming for us, guys. So if you want to tune into Vancouver, Canada, it is back on this evening. And then we will potentially, well, I think we've pretty much decided this actually. We are going to be moving Henry's stream from Vancouver, Canada. So for you guys in the US, I'm sure you can get involved. For a Saturday evening show UK time, which I think is about a Saturday lunchtime show in Vancouver time.
Yep.
So we're going to try that out, guys, moving it from a Thursday to a Saturday and see if it does a little bit better. So make sure you tune in to Henry. But tonight, a little test stream to make sure his encoder's working properly now that it's been returned and things like that. Going live at about 8 p.m. UK time here at the Airliners Live channel. There he is. There's the main man. We got him back looking fresh. Take care, Dylan. Thank you very much for tuning in, mate.
Great shot there of the EasyJet taking off. We got the Ryanair, which has been holding to cross the runway for a moment as well.
And Gojo saying it'll be 12 noon here at YBR. Yes, that's correct, yeah. Hopefully it allows a few more of you guys to tune in with it being moved to a Saturday. So a full weekend of live aviation here on the Airliners Live channel now.
No one will get anything done.
I know. Ryanair just waiting to cross. Just arrived from Malaga. Beautiful colours on that this evening. So is your picture foldback thing working now?
Yeah.
That's working fine. Okay,
Looking good.
Sweet, mate.
Looking very smart. Nice to see the Ryanair taxiing in there. Yeah, the visibility back to pretty decent with the moors in the background there, pretty visible.
Hey, Matt Healy. Thank you very much, dude, for sending in a $1.99 donation saying, "Afternoon, Martin, Andy, and Jen. I hope you are all well." Thank you very much, Matt.
Thanks, dude.
Really appreciate that. You got one of the brand new animations there on the bottom left as well, looking fantastic. Love it. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, mate. Yes, we got Jen with us today. Busy working. Working and modding.
Working and lurking.
And we've got that pork joint, haven't we, in the fridge? Are we going to give that a bash in the air fryer at some point this week?
We've also got steak.
Yes, we treated ourselves this week, didn't we, with a steak? Yeah, so we're going to have steak tonight. Let's backtrack on the old pork. Let's leave the pork till tomorrow.
The pork another day.
Yeah. But my mum said that she's been putting little roast pork joints in the air fryer. And she said the crackling just comes out absolutely mega. So I'm going to give that a bash, guys. Has anyone done that in the old air fryer?
I'm slightly worried about it because I don't want it to come out rubbish. But the chickens we
but
put
that's why
in
I
were
bought
nice.
a cheaper one. Because I thought, well, if it comes out rubbish, then it's an experiment, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. But the chicken thighs worked.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they were super juicy and super crispy, so...
Right, that's what you want. And you want that with pork, don't you? Because obviously you want a...
Bit dribble.
Mate, this cup is rubbish. It's going in the bin when I get home. Guys, I'm not joking. I've got this cup, right? I've had to take the top of it because every time I drank it leaked out. So the top's over there, and now I've tipped it, it's leaked out again.
But you know, if you cleaned the other ones I bought you, or brought them in from the car or the office, you could have drank out of them instead.
I'm a busy man.
What we got tea, have you? Water?
No, just a bit of Vimto today. I'm glad I didn't bring a hot drink because it is deceptively quite warm, isn't it, today?
I've still got a brew though, it's still nice.
You stand out in the rain, it cools you down. Yeah, at the start I was like, is this jacket a good idea? This is what I wear in the middle of winter.
Yeah, because you said to me when we arrived, oh, it's actually quite warm up here.
Yep. And then I got up here and I was like, you know what, with the wind and the rain, it's not going to be a good idea to be in a t-shirt.
Simon's not happy, saying we're making him hungry with the old food talk.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, but think of us, we can't eat for another 4 hours or something.
Yeah, cafe's shut, isn't it? Or it will be in a minute.
I've got some popcorn and mini cheddars to keep us going.
Oh, there we go, buzzing. Jet suits Gran Canaria coming. Nice ones to us. Erica saying I'm going to try chicken drumsticks in the air fryer tonight. I'm still not sure about it. That's how I feel about ours. I'm not.
Ours came out really well, I promise you.
Right.
I don't like weird rubbish food in the air fryer, and I'm really blunt, and I'll tell you if it's naff. But the chicken stuff came out well. I don't know whether it's because of our particular air fryer, or I just spritzed a bit of, the spray oil on them, salted and peppered on the top, and they came out really nice.
Buzzing. We'll give it a go now. This is like Saturday Kitchen Live. It is, except none of us have got a clue what we're doing.
Saturday Kitchen Live, the Wish version.
Yeah, that's it. Wish Kitchen Live. So, Jingles is saying on Twitch, are they the fake or the real mini cheddars? That's the question.
Oh, the real?
They're real. We can't be having fake mini cheddars.
Knock-off minis.
Can't be messing about with mini cheddars.
And the popcorn is the proper corn. So it's like, I don't know, 60
Proper
calories
corn.
a bag. Yeah, it's called proper corn.
Yeah, not the rubbish ones.
Sweet and salted. These proper corn bags are actually nicer than the popcorn at the cinema.
Are they?
Yeah. We got that huge tub of popcorn at the cinema that we never finished. And we got sweet and salted.
Oh, you mean the one that you said we should get one each? And I said no.
I didn't realise that it was about the size of a car.
We're like, that's not actually getting the cinema.
But yeah, them proper corn ones are so nice, so much better than the cinema ones. I'm just going to snaffle in a bag next time.
Yeah. It's funny
Oh,
when
nice.
I went to the cinema because have you ever done this, guys? This is what I did. So we were sat there like this, and they've got these relaxed reclining chairs now in the cinema. So I was like this, just chilling, watching the film. Thought I'm just going to nip to the loo. So I got up, right, and as I got up, now we're near the front because I like being near the exit. So we're near the front like this. Is that Mark? Interrupting my story and everything. Look, here he is. Hey, main man.
Wonder if you could see us. That's really far away, that.
This one here?
That's Mark. Yeah.
Oh.
Twitch, can we get a clip of that?
What a legend.
Don't crash.
Yeah, he'll be his first officer taxiing it in by the looks of it.
Does he not fly the planes?
He does, but at Manchester anyone can taxi it in.
Yeah. And on a day like today, because I think the captain will have priority if it's like a pretty windy day or not very good conditions. But yeah, today's pretty calm, so I think either can fly the plane.
Absolute legend. Let's get some 10 out of 10s in the chat for Captain Mark, guys. Literally the coolest guy in aviation, I don't know why.
A legend.
Really good to catch him.
I love how he just waved the whole way.
Yeah, he's like, first officer in the air goes, so do you want to taxi it in or me? He goes, oh, you taxi it in, I'll wave.
I've got
you
stuff to
taxi
do.
it.
I'm going to
Yeah.
be busy.
That's it.
I'm going to get some work done.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh my gosh!
Oh, Barbara. Triggering the very first ever Megabong alert on the Airliners Live channel.
That caught me off guard so much.
That made me jump, actually, a little bit. Wow, Barbara, thank you so much with the huge $100 donation. Saying an Airliners Live time, sneak this in for my thanks for the stream. A great time for me. Donation to help all the needs and bits for the stream. Stay safe and dry. Barbara, what an incredible amount of support. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you, Barbara.
And thank you for triggering the very first Megabong alert on the brand new alert system. Did you like that, guys? Yay or nay?
Terrified me.
That was so fun.
And Tony dropping another Megabong with the 10 Airliners Live gifted memberships. Woo,
Thank you, Tony.
How many gifted memberships do you have to do to get that music?
That won't work for gifted,
Oh,
I'm
right.
afraid. It may be able to, but
100
no, I don't think.
memberships or
Yeah.
something.
Wow, that was incredible.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. 10 gifted memberships from Tony as well. Incredible. Why, is that G-Son B?
It is the newest addition to the Jet 2 fleet.
Beautiful.
Jet 2 A321 Neo. And then that's followed by a 737-800 with the retrofitted winglets on board too. EI Echo Mike Bravo on the reg. Thank you for all the support, by the way, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks again, Barbara, for the huge, incredible $100 donation. And again, to everybody who supported the stream today, thank you very, very much.
Hey, that woke everybody up in the chat, didn't it?
Did it make you guys? We can turn it down a bit, guys. I will watch this back. Don't worry. After today's stream, we'll go back and watch it back and make any adjustments that we need. I'm going to move me over there a little bit. There we go. We will make any adjustments. So don't worry. This is the very first time we're trying it out, and that's why we're doing this test today, so that when we get here on Sunday, we've kind of, sorted everything out. As I was saying. So anyone does this in the cinema, you're like lying down like this, right? You're just chilling. And you get up, and as I got up, I knocked me drink, luckily it was in a bottle, on the floor. It rolled forward down towards the screen, and I just got up and I just pretended it didn't happen. I just walked out, and Jen's like, "Hi, and I can hear her, but I'm just walking out like I'm not just pretending I'm not
I
here."
wondered why you're ignoring me.
I thought that is so embarrassing. And then as I come in, I kind of like, right, I know where it's going to roughly be. So I just kind of walked in, grabbed it, sat down in like one movement, just like I could not deal with like trying to pick it up as I was walking out the cinema, man. It's so embarrassing.
It happens on planes sometimes that people might like drop their phone and it just slides.
And you just pretend like it's all right. I'll just wait till it rotates and it'll slide back.
Yeah.
Paul Rhodes, afternoon all. First time here enjoying the view. Welcome in. Great to have you with us, Paul. Hope you're well, dude. And thank you very much again for the 10 gifted memberships. An Infinite Flight returning for 20 months of business class, saying fantastic stream again. Martin and Andy, and I'm happy to be a VIP member. Thank you very, very much.
Appreciate it.
Let's have a look at this Ryanair then, shall we? It's on its way out to Porto. A Toffee saying the Mega Bong was amazing. Yes, so if you are new guys, we appreciate all support here on the channel. Every little bit does help a lot, especially with the shows all being free. We don't charge for member-only shows. We don't charge for member-only chat. We make sure that every stream we do on Airliners Live is completely free for everybody. However, we do have to recognise the people who do send in large donations. Obviously, we appreciate all donations, but if you do send in what we call a mega bong, which is any donation which is $50 and over, it will trigger that alert, guys. And as you all know, that is the theme tune for Airliners Live, one of our most popular songs on the channel. And we thought, what better way to kind of show it off than to use that song and with the old Bing Bong as well.
Looks like they've just closed runway 2 as well. This EasyJet coming in on 05 left for a change. Our first arrival here on runway 1. Just in time. The Paw Patrol aircraft as well is only about 14 minutes away.
Okay. Apparently Henry's show is scheduled for 7. Is it definitely 8?
Yeah, he's just updated it to 8 recently, so it was originally 7, but I think he wants to change it, so I'll have to... Or if you could do that.
Yeah, I can do it, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And Beastie, thank you very much for the £5 donation. Saying, hey guys, we received our Airliners Live goodies yesterday.
Yo!
My better half loves his 380 3D hologram. It looks great. And great stream as always. Thank you very, very much for that. Cheers for the merch order as well. Taking full advantage of the old sale that finishes at 9 PM tonight. And thanks for supporting the channel as well. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, so now they're on single runway ops, which is fantastic. It means we get all the arriving traffic, presumably, for the rest of the show, with this Ryanair 737 next to take off. But that's followed by maybe another departure, but then there'll be an arrival of a Ryanair Max coming in on runway 1. And
John saying the Mega Bong is the wrong version. We won't talk about that, but Andy did make a little joke version yesterday.
Yes.
That we kind of just shared with us and John just as a bit of a laugh, but that would never get anywhere near the live stream.
No, it is PG, so maybe I could.
It is PG, but
maybe I could.
I'm intrigued.
It's just basically just everyone screaming, just going. It's just funny.
It's hilarious.
I'll have to play it for you. It is really funny.
Yeah.
And the Bing Bong is just like distort level 100 on purpose. And Dean, thank you very much for tuning in, saying hi guys, enjoying the stream, and I'm new here watching from Australia. Thank you very, very much. Welcome in, Dean. Great to have you with us.
How dark some of them clouds look over there. They seem to be staying on 05s for the time being, though, which is great.
Steve saying the Mega Bong was brilliant. Thank you very much, Steve. Glad you like it, mate.
Yeah, and thank Barbara for...
Yeah, thank you, Barbara, for triggering that Mega Bong alert as well.
Yeah, they're going to get the Jet 2 A321neo out first before the next arrival, which is just on the ILS now. Final approach. Ryanair Max in from Alicante.
Hey, Mongo, great to see you, mate. Are you flying in today?
Is he based at Manchester, is he, these days?
No. He flies easy, though, so...
Yeah.
And Vincent in the chat saying, when are you guys next streaming at Liverpool? When the next typhoon comes in, I think.
Yeah, we have some plans to be back at Liverpool Airport. So stay tuned for that. No official dates yet.
Yeah, there's nothing in the plans. Nothing in the plans.
Ooh, hello. Jet 2757. Whoa!
Wow. The Wardlaw family. We can't. Listen to this 75 for you. Listen to this.
Wow, she's looking clean. Really clean.
Thank you very, very much. The Wardlaw family sending in a £50 donation to the channel, triggering that mega bong alert for the second time during today's show. Saying 50, you say? Seriously though, thanks for all you do, team. Well, thank you very much for supporting the channel and for watching as well, more importantly. Absolutely incredible. Thank you very, very much for that incredible donation. And Lee Davies gifting an Airliners Live membership to UK Redman. Thank you very, very much, Lee. Long-time viewer of the channel, Wookiee badge holder as well. And a massive thank you also to Paul Kennedy for the £5 donation. Thank you very, very much, Paul. And thank you to everyone triggering the alerts on the channel, the brand new alerts. And Nacho also gifting an Airliners Live membership on the Twitch channel, keeping the Twitch channel happy. Welcome in, Nacho. Great to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well, dude. And thank you, everyone. Your support today has been incredible so far. Take care, Gojo. We'll see you in Vancouver later, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. And thanks again, everyone, for all your support today so far.
Looks like the Paw Patrol special is just on the base leg of the approach now.
Yeah, keep us up to date on that one, because I'll come upstairs and grab a cheeky picture.
I want a picture.
Let me fix Henry then as well.
Oh, John said he'd already
John's
done it.
done it. Oh, thanks, John.
Already
Nice
done
one.
it. Come on, Jen, he said. Like, okay. Thanks, dude.
Thank you, John.
Here we go, the 737-800 on the roll with Ryanair.
Fuzzwork, thank you very much for $5 Canadian super chat as well. Saying Jet 2, Atari Ferrari. Looks like the Allegiant livery from the US.
It does indeed. I still don't know which one came first there, to be honest. The hilarious EasyJet, though.
Always cracking jokes.
That's it. Holding on the taxiway there.
Look at that. Really like dark behind and
yeah,
just nice and light in front here where we are. Beautiful. Oh, apparently there's a prop inbound, says Barbara. We have, that's right, let's have a look.
I think it's the Aer Lingus coming in, isn't it, on the downwind at the moment? Aer Lingus ATR 72.
That's it, yep, there it is.
Coming in from Dublin. Next to touchdown, there is a Ryanair 737 MAX 8200 from Dublin as well. It's had a bit of a race.
Oh, Laurie has just dropped 10 Airliners Live gifted memberships as well. Laurie, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, Laurie.
That's an incredible amount of support. Another huge amount coming into the channel on the membership gift train. Thank you very much, Laurie, for gifting 10 Airliners Live memberships to the channel.
Legend. Thank you, Laurie.
Everyone's been so generous today.
Yeah, thank you very, very much, guys.
What a greasy landing that was. Buttered 05 left. It's crazy how I'm going to be seeing Laurie next month as well.
Yeah.
In September.
Gosh, that came about quick, didn't it?
Yeah. I think the next big thing on the channel as well, folks, is the charity annual fundraiser that we do as well. Every year we have a big effort to raise as much money for a given or two given charities. This one has not yet been announced yet, but we're pretty confident on who we're going to be raising money for. And that usually happens around the end of August, start of September. So stay tuned for that. Stay followed on our socials and things like that. Last year we raised about £18,000 in total for the Christie Cancer Support Centre.
That's mental, just like thinking about that amount of money, isn't it?
It's insane, right?
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Have we got a date for this year then?
Not officially, no, but it will be around that time. So, yeah, guys, and what we do we usually run like a week or two of fundraising and turn off all donations on the live stream for the whole week leading up to the big fundraiser. And the usual big fundraiser is usually on a Sunday show where we throw all our eggs in the basket of raising money for a good cause.
Absolutely. And massive thanks also going into Sam Donison for gifting 5 Airliners Live memberships. Thank you very, very much, dude. Really appreciate all the support coming in today, guys. Incredible.
There's a lot of bing bongs going off.
There's a lot of support. Thank you, guys.
Fez, no more haircuts, thank you.
No, won't be doing that again this year.
I am tempted, though, to offer a beard cut for a certain stretch goal, I think. Because I think...
Well, that's all right. You're the only one left with one now.
That's it, yeah.
I've already done mine.
This beard has been a feature for the whole time of me being a presenter on Airliners Live, so...
Well, why don't you just do a moustache?
Maybe
that'd be brave. Sorry, Sam.
Maybe different tiers could be different levels of
like
shape.
goatee,
Well, like you
moustache.
go halfway down.
Yeah,
and
that's
the rest
it.
of it. And then last to go will be the mustache.
Yep, that's it. That's a good idea for a stretch goal. I'm down for that.
Hey,
Sam's
listen,
gonna
John,
kill you.
if you want to advertise you shaving your head, mate, you advertise. Don't rope us into it again this year.
What number would this be then? The first one was in like 2018, was it? So this would be like number 5 or something crazy.
We've done a few of them now, haven't we?
Yeah, and as you know, folks, we just do one big fundraiser every year here on Airliners Live, and yeah, just really go all out on it. And there's actually 2 ways that you can get involved usually. Obviously just donating and supporting the fundraiser by sharing it around, but also we usually do a bit of a raffle as well of like some prizes that are donated by the community as well. So yeah, we'll keep you updated on that. What's happening with your AL sign? What do you mean, Lee? What's happened with... Oh, it's because the alerts are going through. I think that's what you mean, right? Like at the bottom left of the screen.
Oh yeah, for some.
Just said to Marty, why does he keep going bing bong? It says it's because of like all the gifted memberships.
Here we go, Jet 2757. Starting takeoff roll now. Erica saying Paw Patrol next, she thinks. That would be awesome. We'll definitely get a little clip of that for you guys. Martin's going to get a photo as well. Gosh, that sounded nuts. Jet 2757 blasting out there. Yeah, just about to touch down now, the Paw Patrol. 737-800. Should be visible any time now. Radar still thinks it's at 1,000 feet. That's definitely not 1,000 feet. Paw Patrol special. Sun Express. That's kind of cute. Not seen that one before.
Yeah, I think I was a bit late to that one. I may have just managed to bag a picture of it. We'll see.
Barbara saying prop alert. Yes, I think the next to land. Emerald Airlines Aer Lingus Regional from Dublin, the ATR 72. But I think they're going to squeeze an EasyJet out first, which is going to take off and head over to Milan. Now lined up on 05 left for the departure. And then after the Aer Lingus is another Sun Express, but in a much more minimal livery in just the default Sun Express colours.
Thank you very much, John Rigby, a brand new Airliners Live member. Really appreciate it, John. Thank you very, very much. And Starry also returning for 3 months of Airliners Live membership, saying, what a colourful livery. Thank you for the aviation fun, guys. Thank you very much. Great to have you with us.
EasyJet Europe taking off there, back to Milan. Sometimes this route's served by an A321, actually. Matt Smith is in the chat.
Hey, Matt, great to see you, dude.
Howdy. Yeah, going to touch down any second now. The Aer Lingus ATR 72. Just from behind the tree there. Nice of them to switch over to single runway operations, allowing us to see both the arriving and departing traffic here on runway 1 in a nice clear view.
Hey, Matt, returning for 30 months. Thank you very much, dude. Say speedy recovery to Sue. All the best. Absolutely, mate.
Bit of a bump.
And Flying Peacocks also gifting an Airliners Live membership. Thank you very, very much for that. Really appreciate it.
Cheers. Yeah, it looked like it floated a little bit there on 05 left and just decided to bump it down. Guaranteed landing. First time. Lovely colour scheme, though. The new Aer Lingus colours on the airliner there. Echo India Hotel Delta Kilo there on the registration. Registered in Ireland. Some of the Aer Lingus regional aircraft are British reg, but that actually is a different subsidiary. It's Aer Lingus Regional UK, I believe they call it. And that is how they house some of the airplanes in Belfast. This aircraft is holding on the taxiway there. Next arrival is another Sun Express, flight 5904 from Antalya. And that's followed by a NetJets Europe Phenom 300. Quite a nice small business jet. And then not long after that will be a TUI 767 from Rhodes, which I assume will be taking a lot of passengers away from what is quite a devastating scene of the natural disaster, the wildfires. on the Greek island. Jet2 Holidays, G-Sun B, the first of the Neos that were delivered from Airbus a couple of months ago. I think it was back in about April that happened.
And the second Sun Express coming down in the standard scheme. It's in from Antalya. And Barbara, thank you very, very much for gifting 5 Airliners Live memberships as well. Thank you very, very much, Barbara.
Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. Goes a long way here on the channel, of course. I mean, you, Martin, pretty much spent all yesterday updating the stream.
Yeah, we put a lot of time into switching things around at the moment. Obviously, there's tweaks to be done. That's why we're doing the stream today, guys, to try and get it as good as we can. But yeah, there's been a lot of things going on behind the scenes. We're always looking quite critically at the streams to try and, can we make them better? Can we make them look more professional? Is there anything else we can do? Like, even so much as like nitty gritty. Like, I was even talking to Andy yesterday about how we work with, like, when we're switching between mat cam and main cam, and how we handle like the switching of that. Is there a way we can kind of coordinate the switching so that we're always kind of picking something new on everything? There's a lot of things being hypercritical on the channel, and we just want it to be the very, very best that it can be. Yeah, we'll keep doing that as long as Airliners Live is online. We're not going to settle for anything other than the best we can provide.
This A321 Neo is off to Crete, Heraklion, also a Greek destination. The wind has picked up massively all of a sudden. Don't know if you could hear it on the stream or see
Yeah, it's picking that up. And the Jet2 A321 on the way to Heraklion. And we've got plenty of aircraft on the ground moving as well. Lots going on.
I'm just going to take the waterproofing off because it's acting like a bit of a kite at the moment.
Yeah, we do need to come up with a solution for when we're running cables downstairs.
Well, I had an idea.
I want to kind of run them in because the minute the rain's going down the cable and coming in through the window.
Literally, when I set up before, it was raining, so I was here with this thing here. Hang on.
What is that?
That's loud, though, isn't it?
That is loud.
I was here with this thing on, like you know, like plugging everything in, like trying to stay dry and get out all the wires set up and everything. This thing is massive. This is a poncho. This. You could literally like get a whole family under this. Our original plan was to have this kind of over, you know, and what you can do is you can put it over the camera and you just sit inside it. It's sick because you got your little peephole here. You can kind of, hello. Oh, that EasyJet's moving actually. Let me. There you go. Hey, this thing's great. Might just leave this on. I'll put it away now. But anyway, yeah, that thing was a blessing when I was setting up before because we were up and down and plugging things in, and testing things out, and with it being, you know, summer and all, we have to keep it dry.
Mate, that BizJet just absolutely greased the runway, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, great.
And Klaus, thank you very much for the 50 DKK donation. Thank you very much, saying thanks for a great show, like always. Thank you very much, sending your very first super chat into the channel as well. Thank you very much, Klaus.
Very kind of you. Thank you, Klaus. But our original plan was to have, like, back when Matt used to be on the camera here, and he would be under that kind of, like, almost like a tent.
Yeah.
But even that didn't stop the rain. The rain falls that heavy here that even that doesn't help.
Yeah, that's the main thing with being a UK streamer, is we are kind of battling the elements, but yeah, we make it work. Make it work.
Yeah, for me it's like these more extreme conditions as well, wind and rain, snow, just make it a bit more entertaining as well. Like, it makes it more fun for us.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it, the Sunday show or the Wednesday show last week where I battered down? And
Was it the Wednesday?
I think it was Wednesday, yeah, because we were upstairs when we were swapping around. And
Yeah. So on Wednesday's show, guys, I found out my coat wasn't waterproof, by the way. So I had a coat on like this. I come in, I thought, that was all right, that. Take my coat off. I'm not joking. My grey thing had just gone black. It was that wet, wasn't it? And it gone inside the sleeves and everything. So, yeah, I've made sure from now on I've got me waterproof coat with me at all times, just in case.
Yeah, you just need a big coat at hand all times. Middle of summer. This.
Big fluffy microphone. Yeah, you need that to stop you guys. If we took that off, you would not believe the amount of wind that you would hear on Andy's microphone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we definitely need that. And Tom and Anne, thank you very, very much for gifting 5 Airliners Live memberships to the community. Thank you very, very much, guys.
Thank you, Tom and Anne. Appreciate it.
Absolute legends. Thank you very, very much. On the taxi out, the TUI, I can't click it, is on the way to Larnaca.
Yeah, the 737-800 series.
And DN Langton with the Prime. Ooh, 7.6.
Oh, yeah. Oh, just caught it. Nice. Golf Oscar Bravo Yankee Fox on the reg. 2E767 coming in from Rhodes. Decent landing, actually. Better than that United that's been in the news lately. Over at Houston. Great catch.
Yeah,
Got
the
another
thing with
aircraft.
05s, isn't it? They can catch you by surprise if you're not
That's true.
looking at the old radar. I'll keep an eye out, see what else is coming in anytime soon.
Little and large there.
Oh wow, yeah, nice.
Also got an EasyJet about to touch down too. That's going to be gracing the tarmac soon. Coming in from Lisbon. Should be visible any second now.
There'll be a second EasyJet following that in from Geneva as well.
And if you're enjoying the stream as well, guys, don't forget to hit the like button, of course. You can do that on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever you're watching on at the moment.
Yeah, it really does help the channel out a lot. It prompts YouTube to share the feed around, get as many people in as we possibly can. Jack Offerson, welcome in. Click up when you can as well.
Nicely done.
That was very smooth.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Here's another classic Boeing airliner. That 767. That touchdown. CF6 engines on. And that sounds like a familiar sound.
It certainly does. Don't get much better than this. Another Jet 757 on the taxi out. We wouldn't leave Matcam on the screen all the time, Steve, but we do have the option to do picture-in-picture, yes.
Nice wave there from the pilot, flying the 757. Now Ryanair, UK aircraft, UK Foxtrot.
It's on the way just across the water to Dublin. The Jet 2's heading out to Palma.
Nice short flight. Ideal for the simulator. It's pretty early rotation from the Neo there.
Good afternoon, Steve. Welcome in.
Yo,
Yo.
I'm back.
Yo. Jen's too cool for us.
Yeah.
Want a mini cheddar break?
Extra cool. Yeah, so that Jet 275 is heading out to Palma de Mallorca. I think that's the exact flight we're going to be on this time next week.
All right.
Because we are looking like we'll be on a 757, departing at roughly this time next week, guys. Who knows which 75 it is? I would love to be on that particular one, though, the one in the .com scheme, and the winglets as well.
Air France A320 pushing back. Nice. That's what we like to hear.
Great stuff. Got, as Martin mentioned earlier, there's an A319 coming in next. Golf on the reg, GG. And that's coming in from Geneva. It's a Airbus A319 with EasyJet. EasyJet flight 2188. Let's catch her. Should be in shot any second now. And that might be followed by the 757 takeoff, depending on how quick they can get things moving here.
Yeah, Ryanair on the way in, but it's a little bit out. Should definitely have enough time to get it out if the Jet 2's ready to go.
Here's the A319, sporty jet. Great stuff. I love the shots you get here from the Runway Visitor Park when they're on 05s. Luckily on the midweeks, especially for the rest of August when they're on single runway ops by after 4 p.m, you get single runway ops in the evenings, and for the rest of August they're open till about 8 p.m. So you can catch this all evening long. We're making full use of that here on Airliners Live. For the next few weeks, we'll be here live every Wednesday from 4 p.m. local time. So if you are new, make sure you get subscribed, especially on our YouTube channel.
Just had a really depressing thought. A little bit longer, 4 o'clock, it's going to be dark, isn't it?
Thanks for sharing that with us all.
Yeah, the days are so long at the moment. Like the sun rises so early, and you just naturally wake up, whether you like it or not, sometimes with the sunrise. I think it's healthy to do that, but my gosh, it's like 6 a.m. sometimes when you're getting up.
Yeah, no, not for me. It was still 9 o'clock this morning. Even the cats were still asleep. The last time I got up at 6 was for the task fair. And the time before that at 6 was probably for the task fair.
Camera, by the way? Okay, you got it.
Don't worry, it's not. I've just watched it in studio.
Oh yeah, Audrey, the dark mornings are the worst, aren't they?
Oh,
Get up and go to work in the dark. It's like,
can you remember
gosh.
that? Yeah. Yeah, that's not nice.
So hold on. In studio mode, it doesn't send... What? What did it just send to you then?
I was just looking at my face. But then it did change.
Yeah, but that's so weird. Because I was editing your face in the preview. You should only be receiving the program.
I don't know.
Let me do a quick test while there's nothing happening. Stand by, chat.
Yeah.
So, studio mode.
There is a plane touching down.
Oh, sorry, I can take it out. Okay, we'll do it after.
Oh.
Yeah, zoom out a bit on that as well. It's got the full plane and the touchdown.
Nice. Bit of a one-wheel landing there.
Looked like it got a bit of a wind.
Did. There's a Ryanair lining up now. It's the UK aircraft that is heading off to Dublin. Just across a little pond.
Right, so stand by then while this is getting ready to go. So, are you now... Is the program now seeing you, or is the program now seeing the Ryanair?
Seeing me.
Right, so that's so broken, because the program is still the Ryanair, so...
Yeah, okay.
That's weird. Okay.
Waiting to take off the Ryanair. And hopefully we'll see this Air France soon. That is now on the taxi over on the apron. Just passing Terminal 1 now, so we'll see that soon. The Air France A380 heading back to Paris Charles de Gaulle.
Steve Lois, thank you very much for the £5 donation. So I've been watching these streams since the early days and still love them. Thanks, guys. Cheers, Steve.
Yeah, Steve, I remember you from a long time ago.
Thank you very much for sending in a £5 donation there.
Legend. Another EasyJet about to touch down. This is the one that's in from Faro. An A320 this time.
Cheers, Norman, saying fantastic cameras you're using, guys. Unbelievably clear. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, we do put a lot of effort and money back into the channel to give you guys the very best picture that we can. Yeah, that's it. That's a shot there. Look at that. Beautiful. Stunning touchdown from the EasyJet.
Another EasyJet Europe aircraft as well. We don't see them very often at Manchester, but we've seen two so far on the show today. I think that howl sound is very distinct as well. What could she be? There she is, the A220. Absolute beaut. And a wave as well. Very kind.
Hey, Ollie, thank you very much for the $1.99 donation, saying just woke up, night shift. I hope everyone is okay. Thank you very much, dude, for supporting the channel. Welcome in.
All the waves. Welcome, Ollie.
And a Jet 2 behind the Air France is on its way to Dalaman.
Yeah, just following the aircraft to the start of 05 left. A couple more planes on the taxi out too. I think an aircraft's about to be revealed from behind the white elephant. That is the Premier Terminal. It's another Jet 2 737. Do I see split scimitar winglets on her?
You do.
Very pretty. Nice addition to the Jet 2 fleet. Speaking of addition to the Jet 2 fleet, Airbus A321neo, brand new. G-Sun C.
Yeah, it's cool that we're starting to see these filtering through now. Mr. Owen Flannel, thank you very much for gifting an Airliners Live membership going to Norman Shaw. Thank you very much, Owen. Appreciate that.
And that's Turkish Airlines 321neo is now pinging up as well, so might see her move soon. Although it's kind of common to see Turkish Airlines ping up a lot earlier than they actually push back. Loads of support on today's show, though. Thanks, folks. Hope you enjoy the slight changes to the viewing experience.
Liam Barron returning for 1 month. Thank you very much, dude. Cheers for the long-term support as well of the chat. I know you've been with us for a while. Yavi.
Okay. Nice bit of engine fluff there on the Ryanair. Great shots. This kind of dark grey evening here, Manchester. The gifted memberships last a month, a whole month. You can obviously continue your membership after that, or you might get gifted another one after if you're lucky enough. Air France A220 next to take off. Let's get them Wookiee emotes in the chat, shall we? A nice pair of Wookiees. And Brody, thank you for gifting an Airliners Live membership as well. Went to John Gilder.
Blue looks so nice against the grey sky. Yo. Welcome back.
TUI finally on the move. Been sat on the taxiway for a little while.
And Brody, thank you very much for gifting an Airliners Live membership. Really appreciate that, mate. That's gone to John Dilder. And Terry Edwards also gifting an Airliners Live membership. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Cheers, guys. And Simon, good afternoon to you as well. Andy Marv saying amazing stream, guys. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it, dude.
Lufthansa A380 about to touch down on 05 left. Coming in from Munich on flight 2502.
Beautiful Lufthansa about to touch down. Carissa.
Delta Alpha India Bravo Charlie on the reg. Lufthansa A319 in the new, or the current, Lufty colours. We have got a Jet2 A330 on final approach as well. It's the 300 series with the World to Fly hybrid scheme on it. Coming in from Dalaman. There is an aircraft lined up on the runway though. Jet 2. Also off to Dalaman.
And Barbara, thank you very, very, very much for another huge donation coming into the channel. A $50 donation, saying for anyone who loves Airliners Live and wants to support them, but cannot at this time. This is from me on your behalf. We love you, Airliners Live. Barbara, thank you very, very much for that. That is absolutely incredible. Sending in a very generous £50 donation towards the stream today. Thank you so much, Barbara. It's very kind of you. Hope you're enjoying the stream as well. And Beverly Dobson returning for 13 months, saying congratulations on the 250 million channel views. Yeah, these numbers are getting a little bit crazy, aren't they? Just a little bit. Thank you very, very much, guys, for all the support coming in on today's show. Really appreciate it.
It's been pretty crazy, hasn't it?
It has.
Still plenty of time left, though, folks. We hope to catch the A380 coming in. I'm going to have a quick look on radar to see where the King of the Skies is. There he is. Currently at 40,000 feet over kind of Germany, south of Germany. Alpha 6 Echo Uniform November on the reg, and the A380-800 should be with us in just over an hour's time. So literally just to wrap up the show today, pretty much about 7:15, I'd say, today, by the looks of things so far. So we'll see that, but stay tuned, because immediately now we've got an arrival coming in, which is the World to Fly A330 300 series with Jet 2, and also lined up and ready to take off as well. We've got a Jet 2 737 heading off to Corfu as well. So, yeah, it's all going crazy here at Manchester Airport. Nice and busy, what we like to see. This one also sporting the Split Scimitar Winglet 2. I think look great. I believe Boeing actually claim that they are the most efficient commercial wingtips in existence these days, and it does go to show that they are being implemented on a huge number of aircraft in the 737 fleet, and even retrofitted on the older aircraft that have already been produced. Some flying for the airline for many, many years already. I believe a lot of the 75s had retrofitted as well, winglets. The upswept design, of course, on the 75s. They never had the split scimitars back then. Here we go. Should be visible any second now. The Jet 2 A330. Flight 922 coming in from Dalaman. Maybe switch.
I know, yeah.
Oh. What a silky landing that was. And a very nice colour scheme too. I know some of you folks in the chat really, really like that hybrid scheme. I believe they still have the Jet 2 hybrid A321 at Stansted too. And I know that because I seen it on radar the other day doing squawking 7700. So it's interesting to see that high fly A321 still in existence for Jet 2. But obviously that's not based here in Manchester. I think we've seen it at Lanzarote the first time we went. Back in like 2021 or 22. Loving the lower third slow-mo replays next, St. Simon. Yeah, so we used to do replays on the channel, and they were just a little bit too much work.
Yeah, I'm completely overloaded already today, just trying to fix things and make things work. So we won't be adding anything else in for the time being.
Yeah, but it's a good idea though. Papa Hotel Bravo Charlie Kilo on the Reg Dutch Pride 737 heading back home to Amsterdam. Yes, Annika in the chat was on that flight a couple of weeks ago now, right? Like 3-4 weeks ago. Was on this exact flight coming in from Dalaman. And allegedly, I don't know how likely it is, but it seems like we're going to be flying on an A330 with Jet 2 when we come back from Mallorca. Not this weekend, but the weekend after.
How long are you in Mallorca for?
Just five nights.
Oh, nice. That's a good time, isn't it?
Yeah, we booked a hire car in the end as well because
cool.
The coach transfer, they said it was going to be about 2 hours each way, and if my experience is anything to go by, it's usually longer than they say it is.
Yeah.
So, and I don't really fancy, especially with a child present, having a 2.5, 3 hour flight and then followed by a 2 hour plus coach ride. You just kind of it's
a lot.
Yeah, it's in the night as well, so it's like I just want to be at the hotel.
Yeah.
So we booked a hire car. It was surprisingly cheap actually. Got like a little Ford Focus, I think we've got something like that. And drive late in the evening to the hotel, and it should be about 15 minutes. 50.
Well, that's better, isn't it?
Drive, yeah.
Yeah.
Be nice just to be a bit more hands-on, like just have. I don't know, like something about being on a coach. I don't really like it. I don't know why.
I hate coach. I'm sorry if I sound like a snob, but I'm not a public transport person.
I'm not either. Yeah, I mean, trains are not too bad.
Depends on the train.
Yeah, but buses I could never gel with.
Yeah.
I'll
Especially
happily...
not on holiday though. Like you say, you just want to get there, don't you?
You do, yeah. Because for me, I get a bit motion sick as well. So even in where did we go? Malaga. That only had a 1 hour transfer, which was more like an hour and 15, and that really dragged for me. I don't know, like I was just there, like staring out the window, trying not to get motion sick.
Oh no!
Like and in the last sort of 15, 20 minutes, we're like, oh come on, like.
I'm all right on coaches.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was the heat as well. You kind of pair the two. They have aircon and all that, but when it's like 30 odd degrees outside, it's still going to be quite warm on the coach.
And Laura, thank you very much for the 21 months premium economy membership, saying 3 months to go until the golden tail. Yes, not long to wait at all there, is there? Let me just check where this is. It's that one, isn't it?
Oh, can you unplug me?
No, I'm trying to work out where this buzzing's coming from.
Any public transport that has food, I might just put it where it normally is.
Yeah, if you can, because it's just non-stop.
Any public transport as food is good, yeah. I mean, it's strange though how I can be on ferries, like, you know, really rocking about, turbulent waters, turbulence on an airliner, I'm fine. But a coach, I don't know, like, for some reason that really makes me dizzy.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's probably because of all the turns and things like that.
We got lost on a coach, so maybe that's why I'm not into coaches.
You got lost?
Yes, our
Why,
driver
you
got
only
lost.
walk from the front to the back?
Ah, it's funny. No, we went to Cologne.
Oh, right. Wow, okay.
So we went from Manchester on the coach to obviously down south on the ferry.
Yeah.
Through France into Cologne, or we should have been into Cologne, and the coach driver got lost.
Oh no! Did he
We
not have
lost.
like a GPS, or was he just like going off road signs? Was he?
I think he was just too busy talking to people up front, like having a laugh with everybody.
Oh no!
And then I don't even know where we were, but it was getting on to like midnight. We'd been on the coach for like over 12 hours.
12 hours?
Oh, don't. It was, it was horrible.
There was me like complaining about an hour.
I don't know, because we set off at like, I don't know when we set off. We set off at like 7 in the morning or something.
Oh, so you drove, you get the ferry, do you? How does that work? How does a coach get across the channel?
Is it Dover to Calais?
Like a ferry or a...
So you're on the tunnel. You're on the tunnel.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Eurostar.
Yeah.
Bill Stewartson, thank you very much for returning for 7 months of cruise seat membership, saying Roast Pork and Airline is live. Not bad, eh? That's a great evening to me, mate. Thank you very much for the long-term support of the channel as well.
Has anyone in the chat ever been on a coach for a long period of time? I know people who would get the coach to Glastonbury, for the festival there. And from up here, that's a long way. That's not a short drive. And then they have loads of stops on the way and stuff as well.
Oh, but can you imagine coming back, though?
Oh, no,
and you've
exactly.
not washed for a week.
Exactly.
Oh.
Being on a flight that's 7-8 hours long is enough. 12 hours, but in a flight, it's kind of broken down, isn't it? Because you've got, meal services and you got the bar, and obviously with the flight, it's you got the excitement of takeoff and landing, but on a coach, it's just...
Yeah,
just a coach.
Yeah, I got put off for life on coaches because we were doing when we did the Egypt trip, and everything from the boat to where we were going walking around was a coach, and it was about 30 odd degrees, and every single one of them was at least 2.5 hours away. So you're 2.5 hours on a coach in 30 degree temperature, then to get out and still be in 30 degree temperature, look around things, get back on a coach and drive back. No.
That's bananas.
I'd never do that again. Wasn't nice.
Matt said he coached it to southern Spain twice when he was younger.
Really?
How long does that take? How long?
Well, again, it's you get the ferry over, wouldn't you? Yeah, we didn't take the tunnel. It was a ferry. The coach went on the ferry because it was awful crossing. It was super windy, and I remember being stood outside and the wind and the spray was in your face.
Oh my gosh. try 2 months at a time. Yeah, I think Loopy's got the win there on his life of touring the world.
That's a little bit different, Loops. That can't count.
Would that have been like just a regular bus, or would that have been like
a tour bus with like bunk beds? And
yeah,
everything?
exactly. Would you have like beds and like a lounge area? You got like, I don't know, like
one person on one of them huge tour buses or two people, that'd be fine. But can you imagine if there was like a whole group of you?
Well, that's the thing on
All
them tour
squished in.
buses. You have the tour manager, usually a few of the roadies on there as well, plus the band. Like, they are not nice, but they look great. But as soon as you start packing people into them, and you're with them people for 2 months at a time, not for me.
Loopy said it was luxury. Yo,
Really?
I want to see what this is like.
Yeah, I can imagine for bigger bands it certainly is.
Yeah. But
When you've got a customised Ford Transit long wheelbase,
yeah,
a little bit different.
just a minibus.
Planespotting might be returning for 16 months. Thank you very much, dude. Time flies with a great channel. Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you.
Hope you're doing well.
Turkish Airlines 321 Neo on a taxi out 2, heading off to Istanbul. Yeah. Flying Peacock saying, I'm sure you didn't go with National Express then, Loopy. Yeah, we need to work a way of getting Loopy on as a guest.
We do.
Because he's got some great stories. He even has his own book as well.
Yeah, make sure you check it out. Links will be in the chat. Feel free to give it a share, Loops. This Jet 2. It's going to sneak in front of the Turkish. It's on its way out to Izmir. And there's a Learjet pinging up as well.
Nice.
Not sure if they're going to get that out as well. We'll see.
Loads of aircraft on a taxi out all at once. Oh my gosh, Joanna, that sounds like a nightmare. Bubba's crashed 3 times on a private transfer in Turkey. I think in Turkey, though, the standard of driving is a lot different than the UK.
They do drive like quite a bit different over there, don't they?
It can be pretty wild, from my experience anyway.
Transfer from Alanya Antalya is killer as well, says Matt. Is it a long one, is it?
That Turkey, is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Turkey's like such a big country as well. You don't realise it. So when you do have like a relatively big transfer, it actually ends up being a lot of hours.
Yeah.
The £1 megabus, is that still a thing? I remember that from back in the day. It's like the Ryanair of the road.
Let's not forget the new coach driver, Will P. Listen, if Airliners Live ever gets a tour bus, Will P, I'm going to be speaking to you, mate.
Gemini Man asking, anybody know when TUI are retiring the 767s? I don't know about the Manchester-based ones. I know they retired one of the Netherlands ones the other day, though. I think they only had 2 based there at Amsterdam Schiphol, and one of them have now gone, I think. No sign of the Manchester-based ones going just yet. Yeah, speaking of Turkey, this is the aircraft off to Izmir. Jet 2 Flight 789, Chanex 5 Bravo Charlie on the call sign.
And just did a quick check-in on the 380. It's about an hour away.
Nice.
We'll catch it on today's show.
I hope that is landing on 05 left. I think it will be. Bit of aileron action there on view. We've got another prop on the way out too. It's the Aer Lingus regional heading back out.
And there's that Learjet.
Yo, yeah, let's have a look at that.
It's heading out to Cannes.
Pretty nice looking. Quite a big length to the fuselage. Ryanair touching down. It's 737-800 about to enter the picture. Whoa! That was smooth. EIDLC. Yeah, the Ryanair, not going to lie, she looked a little bit unstable on that approach. But, wow, it was a proper greaser in the end. Buttery smooth at the touchdown. You guys in the chat seem to really enjoy it. So fair play. There she is, just vacating the runway now.
Quite a queue now on the way to depart. 5 aircraft in total.
Yeah. An EasyJet next to land, though.
Yeah, a couple of EasyJets and a Ryanair. But then following that is another 767 in from Paphos. That's number 3 to land at the moment. Currently over the Peak District.
Amazing. Yeah, I did a flight the other night. Not officially for Simulate Airlines just yet, although I feel like I'm going to start doing that soon. Did a little hop from Manchester to Dublin. I think Flemo did that as well too on his little stream with Seb. It's great to watch. EasyJet A380 touching down here. Loving the views here on 05 left. Single runway ops. Here visible from the Runway Visitor Park, Manchester Airport. Come on down as this park is open for the rest of August till 8 PM every single day. Every single day. I think there's an aircraft lining up on the runway too.
Hey, and Planespotting Mike, thank you very much for the very generous £10 donation, saying here's a small donation for you wonderful crew, and you missed my 16 months membership. Did I read it out, Planespotting Mike? I'm sure I read that out. But thank you very, very much for the £10 donation, mate. Yeah, I definitely read that out, dude.
Yeah,
I'll just scroll back and check the message.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for supporting the channel. We have had someone arrive as well.
Oh?
Hello.
Hey!
Hello all.
We saw you
Hello,
waving
Andy.
very
Hello.
energetically.
I saw you watching me waving. I can see you actually. Yeah, in answer to your question, yeah, I can see you from over there.
Nice.
Yeah, and well done to Planespotting Mike. He's just hit a milestone of subscribers as well, so he's happy.
Well done, mate.
Good man.
Who's this? Who is it?
Who is it?
Captain Mark.
Hello.
Right? I think most people know who you are by now, but yeah, this guy flies. He drives Airbuses. I don't know what you do.
Well, yeah, I'll sit here and I argue with a load of French computers most of the time. To be fair. Yeah, the FO was taxiing. That was his landing. Someone said he did a lovely landing. Yeah, he did. He did a good job.
Well, they usually close runway 2 from 4 p.m. these days, and you landed on 05 right, didn't you? Yeah,
we were the last ones. We were the last ones in on that runway, yeah, they told us we were the last ones in, so that was good. We come in from Dalaman. I had to fly it down because we were on the funny runway at Dalaman, and 1219, and it's captains only.
Okay.
Because you have to fly in and out the hills, and it's not very nice.
Is it not?
No. I mean, the FOs used to be able to do it. I don't know why they've changed it, but they're more than capable of doing it. It's just captains only, so I had to take it down.
Did you have a good flight, though?
It's always a wonderful day when I'm at work.
Yeah.
He lies. Yeah, some big thunderstorms about. We were dodging those. And there's a few big cells around here as well.
Yeah, how was it coming in?
Yeah, it's a bit lumpy. When we came in obviously off of... they picked us off near Trent, over near East Midlands.
Yeah.
And brought us in this way. And there was a big lump sort of over that way that we went around and came in that way. But, yeah, there's a few lumps out there. It wasn't as bad as it was earlier.
Yeah, we must admit it's looking pretty easy on the approach. We're getting a lot of really nice greaser landings here on 05.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be across the runway. I think it has. I don't know whether it's turned yet, but it was straight down the strip at 12 knots when the FO came in.
Nice.
He did a nice flat free landing. And,
did he?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Teaching him well then?
No, he does them all the time. He's good like that.
Is that your influence? Or?
No.
You are a fan of the old flat free, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't mind. It makes the base captain look good, and he's a good base captain, so we want to keep him.
There was a chap in the chat who was watching saying he was on board your flights going down to Dalaman as well.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
What happened is I was nipping out to do the walk round, and a lad had come back to get something, and he saw me, and I didn't really twig at the time because we were a bit rushed. Because we were late, unsurprisingly. And then when I got back on, the first officer and the cabin manager said, "Oh yeah, this lad said he'd seen you on YouTube and he recognised you." I thought, okay. It's a shame he didn't hang around because he could have had a flight deck visit, but there.
Getting famous now.
Yeah, thanks to you lot.
Yeah, you've been
thanks to you with these videos that you're doing. Popping off.
Yeah, I've been having a chat with Andy the other night about doing a couple more. We've got some more. There's one ready to be edited, isn't there? We've got 2 or 3 lined up to do.
Good.
Yes.
Good, yeah, we'll get you in as soon as we can.
Yeah. And the other thing as well that I'm not sure we're allowed to talk about.
Not just yet.
No, and the other thing that we're trying to arrange to get everyone in at the same time, but we're not allowed to talk about.
There's a few things we're not allowed to talk about.
Secret squirrel, this, isn't it?
It's like being at work, isn't it? Take care, Ollie. Thank you very much for tuning in, dude. Really appreciate it.
Got the Turkish Airlines nice pair of Wookiees next. Did you ever fly the Iron Maiden Astraeus aircraft, by the way? I
did. I put pictures of it up on the VIP chat. So anyone who's on Facebook on your VIP lounge, they can go back. And it was Go Jib. It was the first one, just before the first tour. And I'd taken off out of Paris on Boxing Day and landed in Djibouti near Somalia the next morning. And I took some pictures of the Iron Maiden plane all painted up, and that was just before it went off on its tour, just before I left to come to where I am now.
So what kind of config did that have? Was it like a tour plane, or was it more like a...
Yeah, I think they converted it nearer the tour to a combi, so it had like a side cargo door, so all the band's equipment was in the front, and the reporters, and they had cabin crews. Astraeus had pilots flying it around the world with Bruce, and then they had cabin crew in the back looking after the band and reporters and the entourage and everyone.
So he took the reporters with him?
Yeah, I think it was more like reporters rather than British reporters going around all the way. It was like local reporters going from point to point. I can't remember how it was 15 years ago now. I can't remember what I was doing 15 minutes ago. But yeah, I know a few people put in to do it, and I sort of toyed the idea, but I was leaving and I missed out on it. But what did happen, a couple of weeks before the tour, that aircraft went down. We used to do ski runs down to Chambéry near Geneva.
Yeah.
And it's quite a small airport with a small apron. It was parked up, and someone drove a set of steps into the back of the wing. And they gouged a great big, like a cutout in the aileron on the end of the wing. and it couldn't fly. And Bruce is doing his nut. You know, he's about to fly around the world in this thing in 2 weeks, or in a week's time, I think it was. And in the end, what they did, they found someone in Amsterdam who had a spare one, and they borrowed it. And this old Antonov 4-engine turboprop come buzzing down the Valley of Death, as we called it, into Chambéry with this, and they quickly, we swapped it over, put the new one on, checked it all out, and off it went on the tour.
Nice.
But it was a close one.
So it's just like one of them in the events industry. You just get it done and get going.
Yeah. I was surprised they picked that one, because that aircraft was. We never had major tech problems with the 7.5, but that one was a troublesome one. It had APU troubles, and it was just a bit of an old dog, really.
Just struggling.
Yeah, and I think the later tours they swapped to one of the newer ones that had GPS and all the toys.
From Cologne, an hour and 10-minute flight for the 738.
It's quite a quick flight, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we were talking about, Loopy was saying how he toured with Iron Maiden, of course, and we were saying about long coach transfers and things like that, and he would have been doing months at a time on their tour bus. And it made me wonder what was the tour plane like. But they also had the 747, didn't they?
Yeah, that came later. That was, I think, an Air Atlanta one. And Bruce got himself a type rating so he could fly it. Yeah, because they got to the point where the 7.5 just wasn't big enough to carry all they wanted. Because they wanted everything in-house rather than going to venues where they're doing this and they're doing that. And, you know, all these guys turn up with their guitars and a few keyboards and whatever. They went, no, we want to do the lots. They needed something much bigger.
That sounds so stressful from a band's point of view, though, to try and do everything yourself, or try and at least do as much as possible.
Yeah.
Rather than just turning up and it's all done for you and contracted in by.
Yeah, I think the only thing I'd say on that regard is you've got much less organisation to do, because when you're trying to do a tour that's going around everywhere, you're trying to find a specific sound desk, specific set of mics, or in every single location where you're going, and not only finding it, but it's then got to be available for those dates as well.
Yeah.
It's
sounds like a nightmare.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, logistically it makes sense, but I think
Loopy would have good insight into that, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Let us know, Loops, but I think I don't know. I know what you mean. Certainly carting it about would be difficult, but I think it would save a lot of hassle trying to find everything, though, wouldn't it?
Well, Bruce is like a little got a TARDIS, because I remember we were going off. They had this route down to Agra in India by the Taj Mahal, and me and another guy took it down and stopped off in Turkey, and Bruce and another guy took it on to Agra, and he was on the flight deck and he was rabbiting on about he had this script for a TV program on spontaneous human combustion. He had a TV series he was doing, so he had. You know, he then turned around and said, I'm trying to get Air Antique at Coventry to let me fly the DC-6. Now, how many hours in your day? You know, he had a wife and 3 kids, he had Iron Maiden, he had a solo career, he had a radio show, he had Flying Heavy Metal that he did with Astraeus on the telly, he had his telly programme, and, you know, then he was planning this tour, and then he's trying to get them to... I'm like, how many hours are in your day? And he's working at Astraeus as well.
I need to take a page out of his book, because I just feel like I'm getting overwhelmed. And
Yeah, there is... I think we feel like, at the minute, we've taken a lot on, but definitely not compared to that, eh?
Yeah.
I've got a question here. Someone was asking, did I pay for my own training or was it sponsored? That's nice. I paid for my initial ratings and my instrument rating myself, and I was very blessed to get a sponsorship, funny enough, with Astraeus and a website called P Prune. And they did a sponsorship for 4 guys, free type ratings, because everyone was selling type ratings back then. Free type rating and a job at the end of it, and there was, I think it was 450 put in for it back then, and I was one of 4 who got selected. And then
wow.
Yeah, that was good. And then when I joined my current company, thank God someone made a mistake in the office and I got a free type rating out of it. Nice. They thought I'd been flying Barbie jets, and when they said, no, he's been flying 7.5s, oh, well, he qualifies for a free type rating. I'm like, excellent.
Sweet.
So when you got that sponsorship, what was like your experience at that point? Were you like...
I was a flying instructor.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been working in London as an electrical fitter joiner, did an apprenticeship. I've been doing that for years and you know, building up my hours, doing my type rating, my commercial ratings. I've been working at a fantastic flying school in Denham called the Pilot Centre that's still there today. And I still pop in and see them every time I'm there. I still hear from my old students. It was brilliant, best flying ever. And I wasn't going to go for it. A mate of mine who worked behind the desk, he's now a skipper at TUI. He had all these scholarships, GAPAN scholarships, Royal Aeronautical scholarship. He got, loads of stuff from these scholarships, and he was putting in for it. And he said, "Oh, you want to put in for it? I'll leave it out. You're the boy, the golden boy who gets these." Anyway, I got it, and he never even got an interview.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
But I always, me and Andy speak about this every now and again, just like how a 30-second or a 1-minute conversation can literally just, if you look back at it, that changed everything, And it's the same with the channel, and I guess for you, him telling you that, if he decided not to tell you, you may not even be sat here.
Yeah, exactly, I just say it's God's plan. He put me there. But the last question in my Australis interview, the lad sat there, was John Mahon, who was the flight ops director, still hear from him, and a guy called Tony Layfield, who's a great lad. And they turned around at the end of it and looked at me and went, "Tell me a joke."
You thought, here we go. That's something I can do.
Well,
have you seen my ninja t-shirt?
Yeah, I didn't have that back then. Yeah. I had two, I could tell them. One was quite crude, and one was about Santa going for a check at the CA. And the guy comes out with a shotgun, and he's like, "What's this?" He said, "I'm not supposed to tell you, but you're going to lose an engine and take off." And that was the one I told them, and anyway, I got the job. So happy days.
Nice. Wow. Always have a joke up your sleeve.
Yeah. 7-6 on the taxi in. And from Paphos.
Very nice. This is OBYK. She's the one who had the wonky nose for a long time, and now she has a bit of a wonky engine cowling there. Only on the paintwork, of course, but... and for a while, she never showed up on radar when she was on the ground as well. It was like the stealth plane. I think one of the... We don't have them anymore at Manchester, but the classic A321s in the Jet 2 fleet, I don't think they reside here anymore. I'm sure they're at like Birmingham or something these days. One of them had the same problem as well. Got a Ryanair touching down. Things are changing pretty quick in Jet 2 at the moment, though. The Airbus fleet expanding.
So obviously with 05s you don't have the hump to contend with. It does seem to be a lot smoother in terms of the touchdowns on 05s as well. Is there much else you kind of keep your eye on, or
it's actually a bit of a tricky one, this one, to land on, because you've got the hump is more prominent, and it's hard to judge it. And I've seen some right spanky landings on that runway. Yeah,
because when we're doing shows here, I'd say for the vast majority of them, they're silky smooth when they're on 05.
05 left or 2-3 right, you're thinking?
No, 5 left.
05
when you come in, it just doesn't look right, especially at night. And when you come in, you can really see the hump. It just looks a bit wonky.
Right.
Yeah, it's a funny one. It's a funny one.
Is that like on the sim as well? Martin, have you noticed there's like... Because did they have the 2-3 right model on like Mako Sim?
Yeah, so Mako Sim done a really good job of 2-3 right at Manchester, and yeah, you do get the hump quite a lot on the old sim as well. There's been a few times I've smashed it, but the problem is when I try and avoid it in the sim, I usually end up going a bit long.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to perfect that, especially in the Airbus. I'm all right in the Boeings, I fly that quite a bit, but in the Airbus, I feel like if I don't come down just after the hump, I'm going long.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You just get pushed up, and all of a sudden you're just floating it down.
Yeah, it's a funny runway though. You don't look, I mean, we were on 05 right earlier, and that's nice and flat, and it all looks right. It's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one just doesn't. It just don't look right. I don't know why. There's certain runways where you come in and it just doesn't look right.
But believe it or not, in the 80s there was a big effort to flatten this runway, mainly down at the start of 2-3 right.
Right.
Because that used to be, the hump used to be a lot bigger, and there was a lot of aircraft falling victim to what was the hump. I mean, I've even seen aircraft these days go tech after a bad landing on 2-3 right. It's still pretty nasty, right?
Well, I sent you a picture last night of a United 7.6 that had a hard landing. They spanked the nose down, and it rippled it around the fuselage and bent. And years ago, Last Choice had one do that on 09 at Bristol, which is a tricky runway, that one. And it had come in and it had bent the nose. I remember taxiing past it, seeing it all bent and tweaked, And it was ex-Vietnam Air, and it had happened in Vietnam years ago, and Boeing had repaired it, and then they repaired it again, and it's now at East Midlands. It's DHLM, I think, is the reg on it now.
That's 7.6, was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always the 7.6s.
Yeah, they've got a bit of the same with the 7.5. You've got to protect the nose wheel. Oh, he's having a bit of an event, isn't he?
Bit unstable.
Yeah. You've got to protect the nose wheel on them. You've got to fly it on gently. You can't let it spank down because it's a long plane and it'll bend.
Yeah.
I think there is on the 7.6 for sure. I'm sure somewhere behind the main landing gear there is a weak area, or slightly. Well, I would say weak area, but it's not as strong as the rest of it. You've just got to be a bit gentle with them.
Yeah, right. Okay. And they have that wonky reversed gear, don't they? Where it's like the opposite of what would be.
Yeah,
like an A330 or something, right?
Yeah, with the 7.5 and the 330, the back wheels hang down so you can grease it on. And it's, like your video you put up earlier, short with, the butler machine or whatever. You can see it grease on, but when the front wheels are hanging down, it sort of drives it into the runway a bit. 350 does it, the 1000 doesn't because it's got the extra set of wheels, but the 900 do.
Yeah.
The 380 does. The front wheels hang down and you're driving it into the runway. It's not quite. I mean, the 7.5 used to be able to grease on because it has such a big fat chord wing as well. You get the ground effect. It just cushioned you. It was lovely.
Lovely. Sarah, thank you very much for gifting 5 Airliners Live memberships.
Wow.
Really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Cheers. Next arrival is a pretty nice looking plane. We've got the Aegean A380 in the new scheme, which I love to see.
Daz has just put up, Daz B, he's on about GoJib, the Iron Maiden plane. It used to be ex-Goog Air 2000 where he used to work. It's now November 938 Fox Delta for FedEx, and it's out in the States. And we used to get 2 of the ex-Astraeus 75s in with FedEx, N920 FD, and I think it was 921 used to come in, and also there was a German registered one, D. Alev. That was the last time I saw was in Europe, but I think all the rest are out in the States now. I saw one in Geneva and took a picture and sent to me mate and said I'm surprised it's not been made into razor blades by now.
Who's flying?
Huh?
Why on the Twitch channel have we just got a landing? There's someone at my house flying a flight on my PC. We've just got the alerts in.
Chiphead.
Saying Airliners Live just landed with minus 146 feet per minute. Wind 220 at 15. Sounds like a breezer to me.
Here's the Aegean.
Do you know what I mean? It's always just seems to be the dead easy down.
Yeah.
Oh, this Ryanair is taking a bit of a late intersection.
Yeah, going on Bravo 1.
Very late, yeah.
It must be heading to Dublin. What? It's heading to Berlin?
I suppose that's not massively far.
An hour and a half.
Fair enough.
Andrea Breeze is asking how to best advice to become a pilot. Is the RF the best option? Probably not anymore.
It used to be, didn't it? That was like a cheap, easy way in.
Yeah, it's all changed a bit there. I don't really know. I mean, a lot of the guys I fly with, they've paid for their own rating from start to finish, and it's a lot of debt. The banks used to give business career development loans, whatever it's called. They're a little bit more choosy about giving those out now, but there are still people doing it. If you keep an eye on BA and Tui doing sponsorships, you might be able to get in that way.
Yeah, we had one of our VIPs, Olivia Brooks. She used to work at Thomas Cook cabin crew, and she flies at Barton these days, just Cessnas. And
she's the one who took Sam up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she's just been accepted into the TUI MPL program.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
There's one of our cabin crews got in as well, a guy called Matt. He's a really good lad.
Nice.
We were having a chat about the 7.3 when he was coming up for his sims.
Yeah,
he's in as well, so that's brilliant.
And Barbara, sorry mate, thank you very much for the 5 Airliners Live gifted memberships. You've already supported the channel so much today, Barbara.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Thank you very, very much for dropping 5 Airliners Live gifted memberships. The support on today's show has been incredible, guys. Thank you very, very much.
Really appreciate it. But there's almost like a pilot shortage these days, isn't there? And it seems to be heading in a direction where it's going to get worse. unless these airlines do stuff like this, like these cadet programs, because if I'm honest, it's kind of off-putting, isn't it? Like this whole taking on all this debt.
But the only way I'd look at it, though, is with the price of university going up to, like, they reckon 50 grand of debt now.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you're doubling that for pilot training, but...
Well, tripling it sometimes.
You're tripling it now. So I was going to say, like, really, there's so many people taking on that 50 grand now that...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's ways and means of doing it.
It's weird how they'll quite happily let all them people with whatever degree they decide to go through get 50 grand, but they won't let a pilot do 100.
Yeah. There still are some places that will give you it, but...
these cadet programs are definitely a good step in the right direction. I don't know how they work with, like, how does the airline recuperate that training, but in my eyes, though, I think if someone's good enough and, the pilot, the airline can benefit from that person becoming a pilot, I assume you'd probably have some kind of long-term contract signed as well.
Well, aren't they on like a lower
they're on a
wage?
bond. Yeah, they're on a bond, and a slightly lower wage. They like bond you for 3, 4, 5 years, whatever.
Yeah.
You're on a slightly lower wage, and if you leave, you've got to pay back the remainder of your training.
Yeah,
but you've got to have a license to go in with. You've got to have a frozen ATPL, and this is how it used to work.
Yeah.
With TUI, they'll take you from scratch.
Yeah.
But obviously, Olivia and Matt have got PPLs anyway, so they're ahead of the game.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that helps, doesn't it? And when you look at someone like that who's doing flying out of their own accord, it's like it's obvious they want to be like a pilot, right? And I think you've really got to filter out people who want to be pilots versus people who might want to do it just for the money or the fame these days, right? People might get into it.
A certain British airline did it a few years ago. They got people in. They said, the CEO at the time said, we're going to do this great sponsorship and we're going to get more people in the flight deck, and it's going to be wonderful. And what had happened is you've got people who, it's a free, learn to fly, I'm going to do it. And there were some problems. Some of them were very, very good, but there were a few where they took a lot more training because, you get into this, you're going to do a year, 18 months of training, you've got to be absolutely sure. And this isn't something you do just, you don't wake up in the morning and think, I think I'll be a pilot.
Just give it a
I think that's the problem with university for a lot of people, like even myself included to a degree. Like at that stage in your life, you're still young and you don't really know fully what you want to do. And then to take on like in aviation as a pilot would be like a personal debt of over 100 grand. You have to be so sure that you want to do that. Yeah. It's tough, isn't it, really?
Yeah, and you're paying that back for at least 10 years, and it's not easy. And you see, it's funny because you see some of the guys and girls, they come through. There's certain ones they've got all this debt and they're trying to overpay it and get rid of it as quick as possible. And then there's others who go out and spend £50,000 on a Mercedes, on hire purchase, and you're just sitting there like, okay.
Maybe not. I'm not sure what network it was, but I think we've lost it again.
Okay, I'll have a quick look.
Just check which one it was that you did.
Yeah, what check.
You'll find as well, through the airline career, especially at Manchester, the older you are, especially the captains, there's a lot of them who are driving about in old banger cars. Where my thing's a cheapy old car, but it does 80 miles a gallon, so I don't care.
And you're just hammering it.
Yeah,
as well,
it's one of the trainers. He's driving around in an 11-year-old Fiat Panda or something. Just because it's.
That's the thing, because you just have. I don't know what it is, but you have like this kind of imagination of pilots, and you just kind of. There's still that kind of aura, isn't there, around being a pilot, and you just think, they're going to be like they're just going to be getting off the plane, everyone's going to be cheering,
in your Ray-Bans,
in your Lamborghini car, it's just
no,
it's not.
I think the meals that you eat, Mark, and you
it's not. I just instinctively just changed to Andy's camera, and there's just nobody there. There we go.
I've got home.
You should have seen the slot I got today. Well, look at the state of that.
Oh my gosh.
I think Jen would have some of that, wouldn't you? I don't know.
God.
Can you describe it?
I'll show the chat.
Yeah.
Worse than it looked.
Yikes. That does not look appealing, does it?
Is that a chicken or something?
No, it's a vegan breakfast, apparently. It's got spinach. Spinach for breakfast, always a winner.
Spinach for breakfast?
Yeah. Not like the good old food we got at Australia. And Daz, like you pointed out, he used to be manager here. And he said, do I remember the winters at Chambry? Do I? Yeah. Yeah. I remember, you used to land on this fly down a valley. You're looking up at houses above you. You come down a valley and you land and you go on the apron. And there is just lines of ambulances. And there's all these little medivac aircraft with all the people, and you know, you starts off with the people who are in you know, wheelie beds on drips, plastered up, you know, they've had bad accidents, and then it goes to like people in wheelchairs, and it goes to people on crutches, and it goes to walking wounded, and they're all bandaged up, and you're just thinking, you know, you've not had a good holiday, really, have you?
And a good question from Andy, just saying, how do you keep yourself occupied when the autopilot comes on? Because I don't tend to do long flights in the sim because I get a bit bored. I usually have to put a stream on or something on the second monitor. Yeah. Obviously, you don't have that luxury.
No, what you do is there's two of you. So one is just flying the aircraft, and the other one's doing the log, the flight plan log. The other one's talking to air traffic. So air traffic will call you up, and when you go from space area to area, you will change frequency. Sometimes in certain zones, you'll change 3 or 4 times in the same block, and you'll check in. You'll tell them who you are, how high you are, and where you're going to, and then they'll say go direct to here, or fly heading, or do this. Flyer speed we had today. You're also doing the flight plan, so you every time you go past a point, you're checking and seeing if the fuel that you should have matches what you've actually got, so you haven't got a leak. So, you know, you'll look, and you need to check that you're what's called RVSM compliant. When you fly up above 29,000 feet, you've got 1,000-foot spacing. So you have to make sure that your 3 altimeters all are within certain tolerances. So I do my fuel check, yep, okay. Have a look how many minutes that we're up or down, and I say, okay, so at this point you're 3 minutes up, we're 1.2 tons up, and we're RSM compliant. Yeah. And that's it. And I do that on most waypoints because you're going to spot a leak quicker. You're going to go into a different page on the iPad, and you're going to add up your total. How much we've got left, how much we've burnt, does that match with what we've got? Have we got a leak? You're then typing in messages on the computer, you're printing off weathers for your local area. You want 4 good options around, just, you know, if you have someone comes up, say, oh, someone's dying in the back, you can lob in somewhere straight away.
So you just kind of like kept... There's busy, enough procedures keeping you busy. Yeah,
and if air traffic say will go direct to Trent like they did earlier, the guys flying the plane will type that in, go to direct to Trent, check it, activate it, and he'll do the climbs and descents and all of that, and then he'll have to fly it and land it.
Nice.
So yeah, you are kept reasonably busy.
See Jimmy on the roll, there we go. And there was another question I saw which said, are you allowed to bring your own lunch with you?
Yeah, you can do, but we pay for that, so... and it's like Greenie said, that scran looks pretty awful, and if it's any consolation, Simon, it tasted much worse than it looked.
Do they still have the rule where both pilots have got to eat different meals?
Yeah, you don't eat the same.
Yeah. You would have thought, so they don't... So I guess they don't give you any sort of more premium dinner than everybody else. It makes you wonder, because you think you want to keep your pilots in like the best.
Yeah, that costs money.
Yeah, but
that eats into profits.
That's what it's all about. It costs money to lose a pilot.
The best meal
I'm not being funny, mate, but that breakfast to me looked like you wouldn't see me for the rest of the flight after that.
Yeah. I'd like some of the managers at head office to eat it every day and see how quickly things change. But there you go. The best meal I ever got on a plane was we were down with Australis again, down the 75, down in Sierra Leone, and we were supposed to be bringing the president of Sierra Leone back to London. He used to do that trip quite a lot because we used to give him lots of money. And they loaded the catering for him, the vice president, the entourage, all of that. And when we turned up the aircraft, we said to this Khalil guy who ran the show down there, said, where is he, sort of thing? Oh, he's not coming. He went about 3 hours early on President Gaddafi's personal 727. So we're like, oh, yeah, nice chap. But they left all the food. So the captain had the president's dinner, and I had the vice president's dinner, and the cabin crew right there. Honestly, you should have seen it.
They're all coming in, just like,
well, honestly, you should have seen it. It was out of this world.
Nice.
Tom and Anne's commentary. Have a look at that.
Yeah.
Yes, they do,
yeah I've been told.
Yeah, by me. Because, the people who do our food actually lost the contract for the prisons. So what we get isn't fit for murderers.
God.
Even they said no.
Yeah. Come on, I've got the standards.
A lot of Sun Express is moving at the moment. I wonder if you'll see the Paw Patrol one soon.
It was due out about, I'm sure someone said about 6:10.
Oh, I saw that in Dalaman. I took you a picture.
Oh, wow, did that come from Dalaman?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, took a snap earlier to show the kids.
So you seen that in Dalaman, and then it came up to Manchester as well.
Yeah. We beat it, though. So he was slacking.
A few aircraft waiting to depart now. First of which is going to be a Ryanair out to Lisbon, an EasyJet behind that to Milan, and then a second Ryanair on the way out to Milan as well. So those two aircraft out in a bit of a conga line. Jet 2757 next to touchdown, short final though from Skinnfoss. No winglets on this one as well.
Proper airliner.
And bit of the old wildlife. He's after a chip. Unfortunately, the cafe is now closed.
Yeah, it's waiting a while.
Yeah, I did see the rabbits when.
Saw quite a few on the way in. There's a little black one out there as well. Oh. Don't talk to me about rabbits.
Ooh, nice.
Apparently the Paw Patrol one's on the move now. Thanks, Annika.
Good timing.
Oh, look at that.
Greaser.
If anyone from Jet 2 is listening and wants to give me a job on that, doing 4 on 4 off, give me a call.
There you go. Send us an email, contact at airlinerslive.com. Got a pilot for hire.
There's a few of the old extra Strays boys at Jet 2 now, actually. Went there years ago. Yeah, some good people there. A few ex of the company I work for now are there as well. They're good people as well.
The thing is, there's probably a lot of pilots with 757 type ratings still floating around, isn't there? From cause I think Thomas Cook had them for a while as well.
Yeah, they were years ago, and then they swapped to the 320. They had a couple at Newcastle, and they swapped to the 321.
Don't fancy a trip to the States? There's a lot more 75s over there.
Yeah, there's a friend of mine who's doing it. He's just waiting on his green card. But the money's very good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah.
And what sort of main differences would there be? Are you able to head over to the States, and then what would be required for you to fly over there? Because there's different ATC stuff and things, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the licensing requirements are. I'd have to have the license converted. I don't know what exams I'd have to do. I know he's done a fair bit of work for it, but they are quite short of pilots over in the States at the moment.
And there is an Air Baltic A220. Oh, in a special scheme as well. Latvian flag livery.
Nice.
Next to land. Looks like, unfortunately, though, it's going in on the second runway.
Is it?
Although...
That'd be strange.
Maybe... Oh, no, hold on. No, we're good. We're good. It's just tracker being a bit weird. I'm going to grab a quick picture of that. Cool.
Yeah, I might get it. I need a 220 rate, and I quite fancy living in Latvia.
There you go, the Sun Express Paw Patrol special.
Oh, yeah.
I just said you've seen this earlier today. In a different country.
It's the same one, yeah. Ha, beat you.
I wonder if your aircraft's already gone back out as well.
Yeah, it's going off to Tenerife, so if it hasn't, it won't be long.
Yeah.
They're getting back at 4 in the morning, that would be nice.
Oh my gosh. Do you often do that?
Yeah, I prefer the lates. I asked to do lates, and they keep putting me on early, so I don't know what's going on there.
Kind of a cool scheme, that. What do you think in the chat, folks? Is it a yay or a nay? And there's that Latvian flag special. Wow. 2 specials.
Oh, that's a good one.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Quite a cool scheme, that. Nice to have Air Baltic back at Manchester. I think they had a hiatus here at Manchester for a short while, maybe around when they had the conflict, or to do with the conflict in Eastern Europe. We're seeing this aircraft coming in earlier on though, the A319 GG. You like the A319s, don't you?
Yeah, they're all right. As Airbuses go, it's the best one of the lot.
I think they're slowly disappearing, though, aren't they?
They are. You're back to the original problem that you're getting slots everywhere. If you look on Plane Finder and zoom out a bit, the skies are full. The only way you can get more people in the air is to put bigger planes in.
Yeah.
So...
it's too small. And then you've got the A220, which kind of fills that super economical small plane.
Oh, I've just been told by my dear friend at DHL, one of the managers, really good lad. It's my old aircraft's currently tech, and it's being worked on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So the crew are back. They're looking like they might be having a night in Tenerife.
Yikes.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Linda, thank you very much for the £2 donation, saying my kids love the Paw Patrol livery.
Hey.
Thank you very much for supporting the channel.
It's cute. I can't say I've ever seen Paw Patrol, though.
And Barbara says, somewhere out there is a prop. Can you find it? Lee says it's there somewhere. We'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
I can't see it on the ground anywhere.
No, usually the props use Terminal 3, so they're usually visible from here.
There is, however, a prop aircraft operating for Logan, ATR 72, on the way down. Should be with us in about 5 or 10 minutes' time.
Yes, nice.
And that's the Bra aircraft with the colourful tail.
Saying to Matt, the tail design on that reminds me of, like, you know, the windbreakers you get at the beach. It reminds me of one of them.
Yeah.
The bra ends. ATR. There's another EasyJet Europe. Like I said, we've seen a few of these today. We've seen the Milan route before. I think, is this going back to Milan? It's not actually on radar for me.
Neither me. Welcome in, Dave. Great to see you. Thank you very much for tuning in.
But yeah, they sometimes operate this route with that A321, which I don't believe EasyJet have any 321s based here at Manchester.
No, they don't.
So is that 21 a bit of an anomaly, or are they going to be getting more? Or
Well, I gather they've got quite a few on order.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think in the UK they're at Gatwick and Bristol at the moment.
'cause it seems like we only see the one.
Yeah,
into Manchester.
you get. I think. Well, they normally cast. I've seen them coming from Milan. I've seen them coming from somewhere in Portugal, Porto, somewhere like that. But yeah, there was talk of having some based. There were a couple of years ago, a year or so back, 2 years back, they were talking about having a couple based here, but they were coming from the Far East, and there was a problem with the paperwork, and we never got them, so they never came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just supply is just not there pretty much.
Yeah. Carl's asking when I'm out next. I'm going to Jersey on Friday morning. I hope that the wind's calmed down a bit. It's in the news today, Jersey.
No.
3 planes landed and they couldn't get the passengers off because it was too windy.
Wow. That windy?
Yeah, the whole of that side at the Bay of Biscay's just been hammered today. The winds are up to 60 knots or whatever. And, it's
60?
I think it was up to 60 in certain places. It's just been horrendous down there.
Wow.
They landed.
Well, I think it was 40 knots in Jersey when they got in.
Yeah.
And there were 3 aircraft landed, and the ground lads said, it's too windy to get the steps out, they get blown over, so we're going to go have a cup of tea and you can sit there until it's calmed down.
Wow.
What?
But you've got a limit of 65 knots on the doors anyway, so I remember being sent to Amsterdam once. There was a storm went through, and they'd cancelled everything because the wind was so strong. You know, because someone asked it on the stream, I said, well, what's the strongest wind you can land in? Well, 38 knots across is what the aircraft's limited for. Headwind, you can land in whatever you like, but it's all well and good saying, oh, I've landed in 8-knot wind. Well, you're still stuck on the plane, you can't open the doors.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
It makes sense, though. I mean, if it's that windy. I remember Storm Eunice, me and Martin were filming over at Jet Parks, and it was like you couldn't even stand up. You're like when you lean into it.
The funny thing was, we were stood there, right, and there was the tripod, and we managed to buckle this tripod down. We're keeping hold of it like that, and in front of us there was a set of steps going down, and the rain was coming up the steps. It was just blowing up in our face. It was that windy.
Yeah, I went to Paris on that day. Storm Dudley was worse a few days before. That was the worst one I had. That's one where I said I put my back out in a gust. But yeah, it wasn't much. It's not much fun. It's not much, especially in an Airbus.
Yeah.
Someone's asking, are the planes in service 24/7? No, they do land then the engineers have to do a daily inspection on them, make sure they're okay, fit to fly, top up the oils. The older ones tend to drink quite a bit of oil, and at 10 quid a can, it's a pricey game. Any maintenance needs to be fixed, and then they're offline again.
Yeah.
I'm counting on Andy's best camera work to find the bra plane. Don't worry, Barbara, we'll keep an eye out for that for you.
Things asking, there's a rumour that EasyJet might be looking to hire modular trained pilots towards the end of the year. He's just got his CPLIR. I don't know. I'll have to ask a mate who I know is in EasyJet and ask him. I haven't heard anything like that yet, but it's quite possible because I do gather EasyJet are quite short of pilots at the moment.
I think a lot of airlines are by the sounds of it.
Yeah. Jet parts, that was it, Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, mate, back in the old day.
They used to have that women in aviation program, didn't they? I forget the name of that one. I think Sam applied for that and got accepted, but obviously she had the child then as well, so that kind of disrupted that plan.
Nice. Emirates A380 is about 10-15 minutes out, not too far.
Not long.
Yeah, it's gone fast, this show, so far. It's been dribbling with rain the last sort of half an hour.
But thanks again, guys, for everyone tuning in. Thanks for all the support on today's show as well. You've been absolutely incredible supporting the channel today. Really appreciate it.
I'm just having a look here at the weather at La Rochelle. A friend of mine had to go there today. At 1.260, 25 gusting 40 knots. 45 mile an hour.
Mate, you know what we need to do? You just need to send us a text so me and John can find the best places to go and try and land in the sim.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of the virtual pilots do. They'll look and go, right, where's the worst weather? Right, I'm flying there, I'm going to give it a go.
I think on Windy, the app, there's a gusting view, isn't there, where you can see the strongest gusts across Europe.
There was...
look at that float.
Going a bit long, eh? There was one flight I did, though, where I was on VATSIM and I was flying the Zebo mod in X-Plane, which is a 737 mod, and I think there was a thing in the... there's a clip of it on Twitch, actually. There was a...
I think I know this one.
Yeah, there was a thing in that mod where if you use the default weather, then in high wind it would be completely unpredictable. And I didn't know about it. So I was trying to land in really high wind, and all of a sudden these gusts are coming. I'm not joking, I got flipped upside down and crashed on VATSIM. And meanwhile, whilst I'm crashing trying to get the plane upside down, the controller comes on and goes, turn right heading 050 and intercept the ILS. I just disconnect, so beep, just disconnect. I ain't intercepting now, but the ground, mate.
Right, that was such a funny clip, because you just see the indicator just like spin around all of a sudden.
I'm going to have to find it and send it to you. It's funny. It's funny.
It's just how serious it is, and then they just completely capitulate.
Because I get wound up with stuff like that, because I like to take my flights in a bit seriously. And when something like that happens, you just think, God, everyone's just going to think you're an idiot, aren't you? Just messing around on that.
Did you say it was 737?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think real ones do that as well.
There goes the Paw Patrol. Special.
Beat ya. Jake's asking, was I a mongoose or a diamondback man? I was riding a mongoose hooligan when I won my first ever competition.
Nice.
And it's also one I broke my leg on. But yeah, I love that bike, that mongoose hooligan. Still got it.
I've seen that video of you at the talent contest.
Oh yeah, I got roped into that. I didn't want to do it, but I got talked into it.
Didn't want to do it, and then he comes out doing flips and all that.
Oh, it's so random though when you first told us about that.
Yeah, so when you told us about that for the first time, because obviously you'll be the first person to say you like a bit of a laugh and a joke.
Yeah.
And I said, he's winding us up. I said, that's ridiculous. And then he sent a video, and he's up there on his BMX doing flips. I'm like, what? He wasn't even joking.
Yeah.
You still got the bikes?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Look at this. So
Yeah, I'll try and get out on it whenever I can, but...
we're not joking. That is Captain Mark, guys, on his BMX. Mad that, isn't it?
Man of many talents.
That's good fun. Trouble is, the tricks I used to do when I was young, I can still do a lot of it, but the really good ones are sort of, the brain goes, oh, why don't you try that trick, and the body just goes, try it and die, fat boy.
F around and find out.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Andy were discussing that earlier.
prop next to land.
Second to land.
Second to land, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Hearing something a bit noisy on the way out.
Yeah, can't really tell. I think it looks like a Lufthansa.
By the sounds of it.
Yeah, the A380, I think that was in. Not sure what engines are on that.
And Jane, thank you very much for the 199 super sticker. Really appreciate that, Jane. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Jane.
That Well to Fly was at Dalaman as well, parked up just down from us earlier.
Oh, no way.
We're about in back as well, that's good go.
Should have done a formation takeoff with all three of us. Back to Manchester. It's busy this time of year, though, isn't it, Dalaman?
Cool. Well, yeah, it wasn't that bad when we were there. When I was there the other night, it was quite busy. Antalya was absolutely rammed.
Is it?
But it's a lot of Russians there. A lot of Russian airlines there, because it's one of the few places that will have them anymore.
Yeah, okay.
I did see a picture. I'm sure if people Google it, they can see it. It's a Aeroflot 320 flight deck. And the amount of things that have inoperative stickers on that aren't working because they can't get spares and they can't get it fixed. You know, you sit there looking at this aircraft and you think, I wouldn't take that in. I wouldn't taxi it, let alone fly it. There's so much wrong with some of them.
There's that Luft A319.
That's the thing, like, even as a channel, it's a bit awkward because we put a post up the other day and I think I said we're expecting a lot of wet weather here at Manchester. Let's see your best wet weather pictures of Manchester Airport. And personally, for me, my best wet weather picture is of an Aeroflot A350 coming in.
Oh, yeah,
surrounded by spray and everything like that. And you just think, we can't put that on Twitter anymore because it's just going to cause an uprising. Someone is going to get political. So you just can't even use the picture.
That was such a good day. That it was a live stream, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Because I think, didn't Manchester United used to use Aeroflot as their...
Yeah, they were the sponsor, wasn't it?
Yeah, they even had a Man U special scheme as well on one of the aircraft.
That's it.
Of course, that can't really happen anymore.
No. Hey, Greg, great to see you on Twitch, mate. Thanks for tuning in.
But they use Atlas 7.4s now, so it's...
Yeah, we'll take that swap. That's all right.
I did get a good picture at Antalya. Like, one of the times I was there of the Aeroflot 777, it pushed in and we were like nose onto it.
Yeah.
I can't find it, but yeah, it was good. It was nice to see, it was a good-looking aircraft. It was a good colour scheme.
I think I flew with them because I visited Moscow back in 2019, I think.
Right.
And they were a good airline. I think it was an A330 to Sheremetyevo.
See, this is a thing as well. When you're flying over those parts of the world, because we used to go in Australia, we used to go to Kazakhstan.
Right.
And they work on metric for your altitudes.
Oh, wow.
So instead of flight level 380 or 360 or whatever, it's flight level 11,100 metres. And on the 7.5, you never had a metres button, so you had to get a chart out and convert it.
Yeah.
And you both had to double-check it was correct before you dialed it in. And so, like, flight level 11,100 metres was like, say, I don't know, 34,200 feet, and you had to dial that in and go to that. The 7.3, one of the things I did like about the 7.3, a few things I liked, is it had a metres button, and it gave you your actual height in metres above it.
Yeah.
Now, as I've said on the stream before, when you do your descent, it's your 3 times table, your height times 3. So if you're 10,000 feet, you need 30 miles, plus a bit to slow down. So you're at 30,000 feet, you need 90 miles plus 10 to slow down. You press that button, it's 3.28 feet to a metre. So that's your miles you need. They're ready to go. When you come on the Airbus, it hasn't got that. The metres is actually on the centre screen, and it's actually what you've dialed in rather than your current height. So you've got to go back doing your 3 times table again. I'm sitting there like, I haven't done this. I'm going to do my sums again.
Definitely easy confusion territory, that, isn't it? Especially like when you've already got a decent amount on your workload as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make life easy.
It does make you wonder why they still use feet, and you also use nautical miles as well. It's like,
well, it's all based on shipping. It was, this is why you have your gold braid and knots with some shipping. They used to let a bit of rope out with knots. And however many knots was being sucked under by the water was how many knots you were going. So when aviation started back, after the Wright brothers, they needed something to base it on, and they just used, the maritime scales. But for people who are doing their PPL, when I was an instructor trying to teach them air law, trying to teach them visual flight rules, you've got to be a visibility in kilometres, 10 kilometres or more, and you've got to be so many thousand feet, and all these different measurements, and you're just sitting there like, what's going on?
Yeah. Meanwhile, here in the UK, we use anything, don't we? We use feet for height of a human, or you know, meters if you're measuring the height of a thing.
Oh, that's the other thing as well. You go to Kazakhstan and your wind speed will be measured in meters per second.
So
you'd have to convert that to knots. I think you doubled it. I can't remember, or halved it. I can't remember. It was years ago. But yeah, there's all these conversions you're having to do while doing all the other stuff you normally do, plus trying to fly the aircraft. So.
Yeah, definitely not fun.
You don't do flights to Kazakhstan anymore, then, do you?
I don't. I actually quite enjoyed them. It was a long day out. It was there and back, but it was a fascinating place to see. And in the end, they did start doing night stops. I think it's some places around Bishkek and Almaty, I think, but I never did them. But it was good. It was an old Russian military base. You had all Illusion 76s everywhere. It was good.
Dean saying, do airlines care where you get your APS MCC course? Some are a lot more costly than others, and there's not a lot left in the piggy bank.
Don't think so. I've never heard of anyone moaning about it before.
Probably one of my favourite ATRs, this, coming in and out of Manchester at the moment.
It's nice, isn't it?
Really nice scheme, nice colourful tail.
Brathan's ATR 72. Blurry props. Touching down 05 left. Decent landing as well.
Yeah, and the final arrival for today's show is now established. That's the Emirates A380, which is now on the final fix for 05 left.
It's cool how Emirates have started using the triple on the morning service as well.
Really good. I love seeing that depart on the Sunday show.
Yeah. And allegedly, Qatar should be back up to an extra flight per day. I think the only airline that would, of the Middle East three, would be Etihad, that still needs to up back to the full capacity that they used to be at.
Yeah.
Because they used to be twice daily, I believe. They're still just on one. And an EasyJet A320 on the taxi out. Sharklets at the end of the wings as well.
John Russell saying, hi guys, just in from work, gutted I've missed the show. And I'm going to miss Sunday too. I'm on the bike again. Oh, good luck, John, with wherever you're cycling this time. But stick around, John, because this evening, in an hour's time, Henry is going to be live for you.
Yes.
So there's still some aviation action to come this evening from Vancouver, Canada. Going live in 55 minutes' time here on Airliners Live. So don't go anywhere, guys. You've got a full night of aviation in store for you. And also, we are going to be moving the Vancouver show to Saturdays. So Saturday evenings for us in the UK and Saturday lunchtime for you guys in Vancouver.
Yep. Hope you've enjoyed the new layout as well on the stream today. It's not massively different. Some of you may not have even noticed. But we're actually using a whole new platform to stream on today. And just here as well, you can see the...
other side. But it's yeah.
There's a slightly different overlay, and whenever someone sends a bit of support, it has a little bit of a nice theme to it, and it kind of
nice animation.
it kind of keeps it compact away as well. Maybe that camera's reversed. Maybe I've only just noticed that. That's weird.
Quite possibly. Yeah, I think vMix may make a return, but we'll just port everything over to vMix. I think we do. I do really like the new animations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting on with OBS today.
It's a bit stable though, which is nice.
Yeah.
Compared to what it was last time.
Definitely compared to what it was, but we are dropping frames every now and again. It's weird. It seemed at first I thought it was when the animation was running, but it's not. It's just randomly. It's like we just lose half of our frame rate. It's slightly strange.
Brathan's just pulling on to stand there over at Terminal 3. Great to see the full taxi in there, actually. So that EasyJet's going to take off, and I think that is going to lead nicely onto the arrival of the King of the Skies.
Ask Mark about the chartered plane spotting idea of mine. You're going to have to remind me, Greg. It's been a chaotic few weeks. Give me a reminder, mate.
I'm sure that's happened in the past, you know, because I seem to remember back in the 90s, there was a load of lads went out to Turkey plane spotting and all got arrested. And
Really?
Yeah, the Turkish military couldn't understand why they were taking pictures of the planes. They thought they were spies, and it was in the papers and everything. It was a right carry on. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've heard of things like that before, where they have chartered a plane to do that, go somewhere fancy.
There's someone thinking of chartering one that Mark would fly.
Imagine.
Cessna 150.
A380 short final. Here we go.
And there's Sunsea.
Yeah. Just see the King now emerging.
Planted that down.
Yeah.
Really planted it down.
Wow, finding a lot of liquid on the runway there. I think the A380 just keeps the reverses out for so much longer than other planes in terms of distance. Yeah, did it even flare? It kind of did a bit of a flare, didn't it? And
Yeah, I think it flared, but it definitely planted those wheels down nice and firmly.
yeah, it's been a few wobbly landings today. It's weird because the winds are pretty calm right now.
Yeah. No, it's
Like Mark said, maybe this runway can be a bit,
a little bit deceiving.
Yeah.
I've just had a tip. Apparently there might be a DHL 777 freighter coming in tomorrow morning.
I've seen that.
We've heard that. Yeah.
Bit of a shame because, of course, we always used to rely on Alpha 5 for info like
bless
that.
him, yeah.
Yeah, and sadly he passed away last week, I believe, and obviously we mentioned it on the Sunday show. But now it's like, who could fill that role? Because I don't think what he was doing was that easy, like trawling through all these slots and really finding what was unique and interesting, and then also having multiple sources on the inside as well.
And Barbara, thanks a lot again for a $10 donation supporting the stream again. Barbara, you've been incredible today. Thank you very, very much. And thanks to everybody who has supported the stream today. We've had a really good time, and we'll be wrapping up as soon as this Emirates A380 taxi's back in.
Yeah, we got a 2E76, I think, on the taxi out too.
Yeah, we can hear
So
that.
we'll probably catch that as well. Nice end to today's show. And that Jet 2 Neo as well.
The Aviation, hello, great to see you. And as we mentioned, guys, don't forget, Henry will be live within the hour, bringing you some more aviation action from Vancouver. So if you've not had your fix of aviation yet, stick around on the Airliners Live channel for another awesome show coming up.
There's that 2E767 OBYF Yankee Fox.
Is it this year they're getting rid of them?
Not sure.
I thought one was going in October.
Yeah, I heard that too, but you never know, do you? I mean, I heard some good sources saying that they were going to get rid of the 7.6s before the 7.5s, and that didn't happen.
Actually, you see on the back there, I don't know if you can see it by the tail there, there's a little door that's pointing upwards, just behind the bone bit. That's the inlet for the APU.
Yeah.
So they've still got the APU running for some reason. I don't know why. Normally after you start the engine, you shut it down.
Oh, yeah. And the APU used to start the engines as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Malcolm, saying great show again, chaps. Usual high standard. Thank you very much. Hey, cheers, Malcolm.
Yeah. Big shout out to Captain Mark for stopping by as well.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Jen for being on the beginning of the show as well.
Yeah, after a long day in the office, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, Jen works from home these days. In work a couple of days a week, aren't you know? That's she's been typing away. I assume you're in modern. Are you still working? Oh, right. Oh, she's browsing.
She got a Minesweeper open.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah. Or Solitaire.
Do you remember that in IT class? I don't know if you had to do this, but in IT class there was that weird program where you used to have to make the traffic lights work.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
What was that, guys? Does anyone know what that was?
I can't remember. Yeah, wasn't it like a logic programming thing?
Some sort of logic program thing. Yeah, you used to have to make and I could never get that thing working, you know.
Yeah, did you
show me age here? What's IT class?
What's IT class? Thanks, Joanna. Thanks a lot for tuning in today as well. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I think it was always a bit behind the times, IT, wasn't it? Because you could tell their curriculum and all that was never...
Just couldn't keep up,
it was always like install Windows or something, and you're like, well, I've been doing that for many years.
Yeah.
King of the Skies with a long taxi back in, actually used full length to roll the aircraft after touching down.
Slow logics, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. I usually find out when the aircraft slammed the landing, especially on 2-3 right, is usually when they lose momentum as a result and slow down quicker. That's usually when you get the ones that vacate a Bravo 1 more often. Oh, look at that shot, though. That's really nice.
Look at that head on.
That's a thumbnail right there.
The problem you've got when the runway's wet is that everything is, that your takeoff distance, your takeoff runs extended, your landing rolls extended.
Right.
Your takeoff roll is slower because there's more friction against the water, and also if you have to reject and slam the brakes on.
So you have to tell the computers this, or does it?
Yeah, you've got this program on the iPads we use, a performance program. You work out your loading and all that, and then you put in what runway it is, what intersection you're going from. You check the distance, and then you put in whether the runway's wet, dry, contaminated, snow, quarter-inch snow, quarter-inch. You put in exactly what you've got, and it'll work out your speed. So your V1 speed might be your decision speed, your stop-go speed. So below V1 you can stop. After V1 you've got to go.
Yeah.
It may have a big split, and the big heavies tend to have a bit more of a split. So you get to, you get your V1 speed, say it's 140 knots. Your rotate speed might be, say, 150 knots.
Yeah.
Because you're running out of runway. So once you pass V1, you're committed to fly. So even if you lose an engine, you've got to get it in the air because you haven't got enough runway to stop.
Yeah, I suppose with the A380, losing an engine isn't the worst thing.
No.
They've actually been very reliable, these, to be fair, the A380s. In my memory, there's only been like one major incident with them, which was that. Was it Qantas who had the emergency landing one? Maybe
the pilot wrote a book about it. It's a fascinating read. It opened up a lot of eyes in the training departments because they got to a point where there were so many error messages on the ECAM saying this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong.
Right.
In the end, he said, and this is what I do now, rather than concentrate when you get your status page, rather than concentrate on what you've lost, let's chat about what we've got.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's more useful. And in the end, he just went, right, stop it. He said, let's look at what we've got, what's left.
Yeah.
And they realised there was a control issue where they were on the verge, they were getting close to losing control of the aircraft. And they just had to get on the ground. So they had to do the landing performance again on the iPad. And they worked out with the 5 worst failures is all they could put in, and they went, well, we can just about land. And then once they landed, they couldn't shut the engines down, and it was a bad one. It caused a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Seb's saying Air France had a big engine issue with an A380.
All right.
It was going over near Newfoundland, or it was over past Iceland, Greenland way, and one of the engines, the front of the engine blew itself off. Oof. But that was one of the GP Alliance engines.
Yeah.
I do remember when it first came into service, they did have some problems with those. I think BA had an issue with one as well. I can't remember what happened. Not BA, they had the rollers. There were some issues with the GP engine. I can't remember what it was Emirates. They had one went into Heathrow. It lost an engine. And they had to get dispensation to fly it 3-engined to have a new engine put on. But that was in the early days, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Air France one, if you Google it, it's quite interesting because the whole front of the engine's gone.
Wow, I'm going to have to watch that again. Certainly the Qantas one, because...
Yeah.
And apparently we've got a request in the chat for one more plane to wrap today's show up, which is on it's on final now. It's the Beam 05 right, the Eurowings. So we'll catch this touchdown, and then we'll wrap up the rest of today's show as the Emirates A380 arrives on stand 12. Massive thanks to Jen and Mark for being on the show today.
Yeah.
And thanks to you guys for the absolutely incredible support we've received on today's show. Thank you very, very much all.
It's been crazy today. We'll be back live, well, in like an hour's time, technically, from 8 p.m. UK time. With Henry will be live for that one. But here in Manchester, the next show will be Sunday from 10 a.m. That's a Super Sunday show.
Yeah, get yourself involved, guys. But like I say, head over to Vancouver. Say hello to Henry as well. He's been looking forward to getting back to you guys. So, we're all going to jump in and spend a bit of time over in Vancouver.
Yeah,
well
we missed him
as well up on the camera.
Cheers.
In the old hatch.
Old raincoat as well. It's kind of stopped raining now. It's typical. Wait till the show ends and then it'll stop.
And Barry Bidwell, the main man, tuning in after a very expensive trip to the vets.
Oh, really?
Welcome indeed.
There's only one Barry Bidwell.
There is.
As his name badge is on our wall in the office these days.
Yeah, that name badge, mate, we've stuck it on the wall.
Here's that Eurowings touching down. It's a bit naked, isn't it?
It is.
Had all the paint washed off in the rain.
It's got a Maltese reg as well. Must be a charter to Eurowings. Amazing, though.
Awesome. Absolutely incredible way to wrap up the show. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for the incredible support on today's show. Captain Mark stopping in, Jen just off camera over there as well. Andy up on the roof, absolutely smashing it on today's show. And that's going to wrap us up here in Manchester on what's been a little test run. We've got a few things to do behind the scenes before Sunday. But don't worry, we will get it sorted. And we will see you bright and early on Sunday morning, 10 a.m. here from the Runway Visitor Park for your Super Sunday show. But for now, that's going to wrap us up, guys. If you want to get some waves in the chat, look at the chat flying past. That's because it's not been refreshed since we started the stream.
All right.
But there we go. If you want to get your waves in there, they will show up eventually, guys. There they go, Mrs. Airliners Live. And that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. You've been absolutely incredible. And we'll see you all in Vancouver in about half an hour's time, guys. Take care.
See you.
Half an hour. Bye-bye.
See you.